The radio's unwilling to come on the road. They shouldn't get a booth at home.
Exactly.
We're Freddie Heredia. Catch us every week. The Fantasy Fix on South Texas Sports Live. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you catch all our social media, TikTok, Instagram, and X for all your player profiles and coaches interviews. If you're watching South Texas Sports Live, catch the Overtime Sports Show weekly on Monday nights on our YouTube channel. Watch us live on YouTube, Facebook. You're watching South Texas Sports Live. Freddie there with you, South Texas Sports Live. Catch us live on our YouTube channel and all our social media. You're watching South Texas Sports Live. Broadcasting to you live. South Texas Sports Live, the supreme leader in live local sports. Watch us on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and share. South Texas Sports Live.
What he's setting up for. Just to set up your whole deal.
Welcome once again to another edition of South Texas Sports Live. Freddie there with you tonight from New Braunfels, Texas,
Facebook,
as we're live from Cougar Stadium
will automatically go out into our web.
as the Canyon Cougars take on the Eagle Pass Eagles.
And he's real.
Canyon coming in District 29 6A, of course, District 36A for Eagle Pass. They a year ago, Canyon 8-5, 4-2 in district play. They were 3 rounds deep. They lost in the regional third round 39-36 to Harlan. They had big wins in by district 31-14 over Million Valley and beat a Veterans Memorial team 38-35 in the area round. Of course, they're in the district with Steele, East Central, Johnson, Buda, Judson's, Clemens, and San Marcos. This year in the 25-26 campaign, they're 1-2. Losses to New Braunfels, which is across the 35, 41-15, and last week to Alamo Heights, 42-28. Tonight is their last non-district game, 4 non-district opponents, and they get right into district next week against Buda Johnson for Eagle Pass. They're coming in 2-0. They're coming in high after the win against CAF 29-28, and plenty of heroes to talk about in that game, as they had a bye week last week. We talked to Coach Olivas. Thank you. We talked to Coach McDuffie. Both had great things to say. You can go catch those interviews on our social media. And tonight we're welcomed by our colleague. And yeah, we forgot to get number 3, number 7. We'll get the captains for both teams. As we got Poncho Nevares with us tonight, color commentating tonight. So we are live broadcasting audio, but we also have our way of getting ourselves prepped for video. So we got the video aspect of it. So if you're watching us on YouTube and you're watching us on Facebook, if you're looking at the screen, the Canyon logo is the north side of the field, and the Eagle Pass Eagle logo is on the north side, the south side of the field, if I'm not mistaken. North and south, am I right?
The Canyon logo's on the north side, and the Cougars logo.
Yeah, the Cougars logo
is on the south side.
On the south side of the field.
That's all right.
But as far as you're watching this one, the Eagles logo on the screen, that's the north end. I'm sorry, the north end of the stadium, and the Canyon will be the south end. So yeah, because that's east west. Well, it's because the stadium is east west.
Yes,
it's east west. So going east or going away is going to be the Eagles logo. I'm just trying to give you guys kind of a spectrum of. We got 14 minutes before kickoff. It's a 7:30 kickoff. We got, of course, Poncho Nevares with us.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, Poncho?
So we got a really great game tonight between two teams that are ascending. although Canyon had a loss last week, Eagle Pass is coming off a really big win 2 weeks ago in non-district play against a very tough, physical, fast tag team. And I heard Coach Olivas describe them as a typical north side team, and they were all those things. And that's a team that I believe is going to be a playoff team out of that district. And we're going to see, I was commenting to somebody else, it might have been you, Freddie, that Taft, were it in Eagle Pass's district, would definitely be a playoff team in that district and contending for a district title. And so, Eagle Pass got to measure themselves up against a very tough opponent. They came away with a win. It was and they won the game in a way that they have not won many games, and that's on special teams in the kicking game. But in that, the offense required a lot of coordination. I would argue that senior quarterback Javier Barrera had probably one of his best games as an Eagle, if not his best game as an Eagle 2 weeks ago. And so what I suspect the coaching staff wants is to build on that momentum.
Yeah, and he threw for over 265 yards last week. Also rushed the ball well. And that's something that you're going to see with him as far as making sure that he is acclimated to running outside the pocket, getting outside the pocket, and creating some space, and understanding that when you have a mobile quarterback, you have a defense that you're stretching the defense, a little bit for them, and understanding that he does bring that to the table. Luis Flores did a tremendous job also running the ball and had some tough yardage last week.
The yards, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, it doesn't look like they rushed for a lot of yards. I think it was 72 yards, not including Javi Barrera's rushes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so much the amount of yardage, it's when they had it, and they had to have it, and Flores gave it to them. And, sophomore, what's his name? Avery Embry contributed a few carries to keep the defense honest as well. But I expect and suspect that the Eagle coaches want more production from the run game. They're going to have their starting left guard, I think, back, who was not playing against Taft, and that's Jerry Garcia. He'll be back in uniform and on the line, so that should bolster that unit. But I mean, Eagle Pass, they may come out and spread, but they're a team that wants to run the ball to throw it.
Yeah, and on the flip side for New Braunfels Canyon, I mean, you got a guy who's going to who's already committed to Utah State. That gentleman is Jackson Reagan, who a year ago rushed for 1,860 yards, somewhere on there. And he's a guy that they look for him outside as far as on passes, as far as he's the leading receiver also. So he's a senior leader running back, and he's on the defensive side. And they also have a defensive back that's going to Texas Tech. So they got some guys, and they got some other guys that still haven't committed, but they got some D1 athletes on the field.
I can say oddly enough, on the New Braunfels Canyon High School football roster, they have Mr. Reagan listed as a DB before they have him listed as a running back. God, but apparently he hasn't had a lot of carries this season, and we're not sure if that's due to an injury or they've been holding him out of non-district games. We're gonna find out. Right?
Well, they probably from what I heard and what I gathered is they actually went ahead and he did play the other two games, but I don't think his stats were uploaded. But again, it's just one of those things where sometimes coaches just don't upload stuff and.
Well, explain.
Yeah,
you would certainly, if he was healthy, you would certainly want him playing, especially
exactly
in that game last week against Alamo Heights.
Against Alamo Heights, which they lost. They lost to Alamo Heights 42-28. We're in our pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Nevada's Williams. Go to nevadaswilliams.com. Am I right with the website, or is it?
You hit it perfectly.
Guys, we got about 9 minutes to go before kickoff. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching South Texas Sports Live.
Dog, 1296 Dario Boulevard, open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call them up, 830-776-7656. DoorDash and Uber Eats available. Pizza, pasta, wings, sandwiches, and more. That's Chance and Lee's Pizzeria. Since 2013, our law firm focuses on personal injury cases. No case is too big or too small. Injured in an accident? Call us today at 830-776-7500. We're located at 405 South Monroe Street. That's the law firm of Ernesto Fuentes. La Parrilla, located at 2640 Del Rio Boulevard. A great family atmosphere with great Mexican dishes and, of course, margaritas. Call them at 830-758-0646 to place your order for takeout. Tacos, plates, lunches, and more. That's La Parrilla.
And we're back live for today alongside Poncho Nevares. Of course, Poncho's getting ready for tomorrow, Saturday, Texas football as they play host to Sam Houston, right? The Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, it's Cougars. I mean, it's, no, are they the Cougars?
I think so. Sam Houston, or no, Bearcats. Sorry, Bearcats. Yeah, the Bearcats.
Well, they're a species of feline. I mean, obviously it's a big game because it's the next game, but it's a big game because there's been a lot of criticism of the offense, and in particular number 16. And so, I think a lot of fans, a lot of media across the country are expecting and want to see how this is going to continue. People got to put this in perspective. I mean, this is a brand new quarterback. Yes, he played a couple of games last year in relief for Quinn Ewers, but I mean, he's green, and it's going to take him some time. And I expect him to play better as the season goes along. Obviously, he's got to play much better if Texas has a chance to return to another semifinal and maybe even a national championship game. But first things first is they got to take care of Sam Houston State tomorrow.
Well, and you got to understand instant gratification, Coach. It's understandable. 6:55 left before the start of the kickoff, as we got the Cougars coming in from the locker room. We're high at top here at Cougar Stadium, and the Eagles over on the visitor side. They didn't bring their tunnel.
They did not. The Eagle Pass right now is standing in the southeast corner of the end zone, awaiting Canyon, who's now massing. And if you're following from left to right, Canyon is massing on the left side of your computer screen, and the Eagle Pass on the right side at the other end of the end zone. And we're waiting for the home team to come through. I imagine the visiting team will proceed to the sideline in a minute, and they're getting ready. They're starting to bounce up and down. Coaches are getting, there they go. There goes Eagle Pass.
Eagle Pass already coming into the field.
They're carrying 3 flags: a Texas flag, a U.S. flag, and an Eagle Pass Eagles flag. And they wave it as they run down the track. The coach is jogging lightly right behind them. So, we're getting ready to kick this thing off. And now we're hearing the New Braunfels Canyon school song, and there go the Cougars running down their tunnel and running out. You can hear the home
crowd here
below us. And so we're getting ready to kick this thing off. It's a few minutes away from getting kicked off.
Yeah, we got 5:23 left before kickoff. And it's a 7:30 kickoff. It's a little bit later than what we're kind of used to, because we're used to 7 o'clock kickoff back in Eagle Pass.
I think, and I'm glad. I think for the traffic considerations, because of where, for those that don't know, this school is, and the stadium is on the side of I-35.
I-35.
So if you know what Buc-ee's is, it's right before you get to the Buc-ee's, right?
Also, we want to congratulate who has the city record, number 35, Ivan Cruz, who had a 47-yard field goal 2 weeks ago against Taft, and that's what put him over the hump. 29. It was 28-26 when he kicked that field goal.
It was probably the best day a kicker has had in Eagle Pass history. Not just for the amount of points that he scored kicking the ball, but the when and why and how he did it.
Yeah.
And the distances. And so as we get ready to kick this thing off, one of the things I will remind our
listeners,
yes, our listeners is that we're
Interviewers.
we are, and I say we, Eagle Pass, who's now stretched out along their sideline, waiting to kick off. They're facing a team that had a good run in the playoffs last year. They're primed. It's a good team. It's ranked in the top. Early in the season, they were ranked in the top 15 in San Antonio, so that's no small feat. But I think Eagle Pass is up to it. They've shown that they can play physical, they can play fast, and we expect that kind of contest tonight.
Well, when you talked about, of course, they had a run of a year ago. They beat a District 36A full of ours, which is Medina Valley, 31-14, very handily. In the second round, in the area round, they beat Veterans Memorial, a very good Veterans Memorial team,
Right.
by 38-35. And then a Harlan team that is always in the third round of the playoffs, fourth round of playoffs in San Antonio, the Harlan Hawks. They lost to them 39-36. So it was a close game and a game that was a high score game.
I think this game's going to tell us a lot about how much building the Eagle Pass Eagles could have done or are doing off that Taft victory. I get the sense from this team that they're not particularly impressed or fazed by any team really, including this team, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's take a break for the national anthem. Can you hear it?
Mm-mm.
All right, everybody. That was the national anthem. Now we're ready to get this thing going.
And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching South Texas Sports Live.
Chance and Lee's, the home of the Chicago Dog, 1296 Dario Boulevard, open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call them up, 830-776-7656. DoorDash and Uber Eats available. Pizza, pasta, wings, sandwiches, and more. That's Chance and Lee's Pizzeria. Since 2013, our law firm focuses on personal injury cases. No case is too big or too small. Injured in an accident? Call us today at 830-776-7500. We're located at 405 South Monroe Street. That's the law firm of Ernesto Fuentes.
And we're back live, Freddie Day, alongside our good friend, Poncho Nevares. He's our color commentator tonight. Thank you for coming by and,
Well, here we go. We got the kickoff coming and just
yeah.
so from your left to right, the Eagles are kicking right to left across your computer screen.
Yeah, they are. The receiver back date for the Cougars. The receiving is, I believe, number 3rd. Is it 16? No, 16. And Cruz will short kick it, just fair catch at the 30, and that's where they're gonna start their first drive.
I'm gonna bet that watching video, Eagle Pass was sufficiently impressed with the skills of the kick returner because they did their best to short kick and then pin them to the sidelines, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And actually, it was a very well executed kick by special teams. So now the Eagles come out in defense.
Yeah, at their own 30-yard line. Of course, Canyon will have it 1st and 10, and they're going to be with a 3-receiver set, 4 receivers to the near, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, shotgun formation. They're going to put in motion Jackson Reagan in motion. Drops back, looking deep, first play, and caught by number 4, deep in the middle of the field. He gets up, and number 5 was back there, a pass play.
So what we had there is Eagle Pass came out on a 4-3 defense. They went empty on it, and the safety came up and took a step forward, and that was enough to get the receiver just by him, and the pass was right on the money and it was complete.
Yeah, that's all the way down to the Eagle Pass 34-yard line. They will give it to Jackson Reagan, and Reagan will get it down to about the 22-yard line.
Again, they're in that four-man front with three linebackers, and the linebacker had a little trouble getting into that gap. And so we'll see how well. This is a pretty big offensive line for
A 12-yard carry, I'm sorry.
for New Braunfels Canyon, and so it's a pretty good start for New Braunfels. They've got
First and
down in a
10.
row.
First and 10 at the Eagle Pass 22-yard line. 3 receivers set to the far side, 1 to the near side. Shotgun formation will put Reagan in motion. So now an empty backfield, and the quarterback will take it up the middle, all the way down, and scores in for a Canyon touchdown.
Yeah, I mean
A 22-yard Knox Ford, the sophomore quarterback, takes it in from 22 yards out, and with 10:45 left here in the first quarter, they strike first on the legs of the quarterback.
3 plays, and that was a design quarterback draw. The middle opened up wide. The linebacker spilled in a direction that wasn't favorable to defending it. We saw this yesterday in the freshman game for the conversion. Here he goes, it's good. And Canyon goes up 8-0.
Yeah,
It's a very odd, and for those that don't understand, it's a very odd and unconventional formation for a conversion where you've got 5 players out wide, and then you've got 3, and the center and the snap goes wide, and it forces the defense to cover basically man on man, man per man, not necessarily man on man, but man per man, and it's confusing if you don't see it. And they actually executed it twice yesterday in the freshman game, and they just executed it for 2 points right now. So Eagle Pass down 8-0 on a 3-play, 70-yard drive from Canyon.
Yeah, that was quick for Canyon in 3 plays, spanning 70 yards, a 3-play drive. And when you have those kind of drives and you can score just like that and make it 8-0 real quick, hopefully it's not a long night for Eagle Pass.
Well, I think it's not so much a speed thing. They're just not adjusted to the formation yet. But we're going to see how we do next defensive series.
Yeah.
But here comes the offense.
Back deep at the 5 taken. It looks like number. Trying to find the return guy. So
here comes the Eagles offense with Javier Barrera at quarterback.
So they're at the 19-yard line, at their own 19-yard line, first and 10 for the Eagles to start off the. So 2 receivers set. It's gonna have 4 receivers, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side.
Yeah. Personnel package, which is 1 tailback and then 4 receivers. Actually, now, yeah,
Flores is to the right side or to his left side. Barrera will shotgun formation. Will give to Flores. Flores taking it up across the 20 to about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, those are tough runs on the edge when you've got your receivers spread out because you're dealing with, your 5 offensive linemen. It's pretty important for those receivers, 1, to block, and for the tackle to get the edge. And there was a little difficulty there, and it was kind of hard to get past this. Not secondary.
Yeah. Just about 10 minutes. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Quick caught by number 8. And he got away from a tackle all the way to the 30, across the 30 to the 31.
First down for the Eagles. So we had a little bubble screen come back. The receiver, I think it was number 8, right?
Yeah, number 8.
Sebastian Velasquez took it, made a good move to the inside, and then actually broke it to the outside. And so now the Eagles are lining up in empty, and they brought Flores out to our near sideline, and they've got 3 on the far sideline. Now he's by himself in the backfield.
They got empty set, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. The ball on the left hash, they're going from your right to left. We'll bring Flores in motion, give it to him. He's going up the middle. Push the pile to the 34-yard line.
Flores came out with what's called a wheel motion, so he left his slot and then wheeled around Barrera and came back and took a handoff up the middle. Again, the running's a little tough right now inside. The offensive line's trying to get their bearings, but now it's 2nd and 8 for the Eagles.
At the 34-yard line.
The Eagles are now in 20 personnel. That means they have 2 running backs and 3 receivers out.
So,
there's contact by the cornerback.
quarter number 2. He's on number 11. Number 11, Jesus Barba. Of course, number 8 is Sebastian Velasquez, who had a great game last week.
Interesting enough, the Cougars have decided to play man up, and we'll see how well or how physical the cornerback can play man and how well Barba can match up. As far as the other receivers, you have Jeremiah Silva out on the end, and you've got Sebastian in that slot, and they're playing what looks to be cover 4 right now, and then man, so it's a match man. They've decided that for some reason Barba's the one they're going to cover on man, and they've got what might be their best cover corner on him, and he's right on him.
Bell is to the near side on Barba. Barba makes a move, and they're gonna hit him. Velasquez at the 15, 10, 5, and stretches 4, 8. No, at the 1-yard line. What a play there.
Let me tell you, on that play, not only was Barba open because he beat the press coverage, but Javi had 2 options, and actually Sebastian was the best one because he split that seam on that match coverage, and man, it was a beautifully thrown ball, great catch. They're down at the 1, and what a great run.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. That's a 60. I'm trying to get 49, and at the 34, that's 16 yards. 16 and 49, you got a
67-yard
67-yard running catch.
So we got a jumbo single wing. Here we go. Now they got eagle pass for illegal motion.
And they're gonna
bring it back.
They're gonna bring it back. So right now it is.
No, that was on the defense. Offsides. Eagle pass scored the touchdown. So it's 8-6 now.
8-6 with 7:32 left.
That's an interesting little formation. The eagle pass comes out in short yardage, and it's basically single wing football, which is old school football.
Yeah.
They brought in. They had 30 personnel, and usually when you got 30 personnel, you got 3 running backs, and so you're more likely to run. They ran right behind their big offensive tackle and guard on that left side of the line, and now they're lining up to kick. The hero of last week's game is lining up to kick
2 weeks ago,
an extra point.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yes.
Remember last week? So right back, 7:32 left here
What a great response, right? By
exactly.
A 4-play drive and a big play, an explosive 5-play drive.
5-play drive.
An explosive play. Oh.
And that one is it blocked? No, it is good.
It looked weird. But all right, we got it. 8-7 Eagles.
8-7, and we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching and listening to South Texas Sports Live.
La Parrilla, located at 2640 Del Rio Boulevard. A great family atmosphere with great Mexican dishes and, of course, margaritas. Call them at 830-758-0646 to place your order for takeout. Tacos, plates, lunches, and more. That's La Parrilla.
Happy.
integrity, excellence, and credibility. Services include personal injury law, immigration law, family law, oil field accidents, and wrongful death. Call us up, 830-773-3737, or come by 493 Madison Street here in Eagle Pass. RichieLawGroup.com.
Well, here we go. We got the kickoff coming.
And we're back live as the Eagles make it 8-7, and Cruz will kick it off.
Again, they're pinning the guy. Oh,
And that ball is on the ground. It's a fumble.
Oh, they picked it up.
They picked it up. Number 34 in getting that ball, Quincy Jones. And they were there on the ball, 8-7 to score.
I tell you that's not how Canyon wants to receive that kick. What they'd like to see is that up back get it, but it really hung in the air like a really good golf shot, right?
Yeah.
And it was spinning, and the deep back trying to make a play comes in and doesn't field it cleanly. And it was almost a great recovery from Eagle Pass. Well, let's see what kind of adjustments we got here on the defense. We've got Eagle Pass looks like they're in a cover 2 setup, which means your cornerbacks are going to come down and play the short routes. And they seem to have rotated out of that, and they look like they're in man up on the far side of the field. They're backing up in man defense. Quarterback back to pass.
And he gets tripped up at the 30-yard line. Nice play by number 6, and that's Anthony Paniagua. Paniagua is the guy that we talked to for Coach Olivas, and we did make note of him playing well. So the ball, a loss of 3 yards to the 31 on a 2nd and 13.
So you've got Rick Lopez on one side and Paniagua on this side. Paniagua came in and made a great play, pinched down and squeezed from that defensive end position, made the tackle. You got Eagle Pass going back in cover 3, and it's a run right up the middle.
Right up the middle, and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
It'll be 3rd and about 10 from here. And so Eagle Pass saw something there. And again, that cover 3, that's a good little cover or coverage to play against the type of offensive set that New Braunfels Canyon is in. And right now we're going to see probably New Braunfels in empty or twins.
So we got 2 receivers to the near side, one on the far side. Has Reagan to his right
They've
side.
got an interesting little formation. They got 20 personnel, so they're
Drop
going
back.
back to protect. Tight end leaks out. And
Rolls over.
Quarterback's going deep.
He's got a man open.
It's
Intercepted at the 30-yard line. Coming back is number 7. He's at the 40, 45, trying to make it out to the 45-yard line. And a big interception on a 3rd and long.
What a great play by number 7, anticipating the pass, staying with the coverage because the quarterback was rolling out to the far side of the field towards the Eagle Pass sideline, staying with the coverage.
Jorge Martinez.
Yes, that's Georgie making a great play. Georgie's got very good recovery speed, and we saw that right there. And we saw how he kind of baited the quarterback into making that throw.
Then making that throw.
And it was an ill-advised throw, and the Eagle Pass takes advantage. So here comes the Eagle offense back on the field.
They're going to have it at their own 40.
Eagle Pass has 2 running backs in the
43.
game now. They got Embry in there, and they've got Luis Flores. So they're in a 20 package, right? They got 2 tailbacks in there. And they got Barba to the near side. They've backed off. I don't think they like that man coverage on him because they saw how he beat it. And so the cornerback is now playing at about 7-yard depth. Here comes one of these blitzes off the corner.
1st and 10. We'll give it to Flores.
That's a really good play call against that off the corner blitz. We would have liked to have been a little bit better in terms of the production, but for 1st down, that's 4 yards. And again, if Canyon wants to blitz, Eagle Pass has the response to that, and that's a run right up the middle.
Was it 21?
Yeah.
Or was it 20? I think it was Emery.
That was Emery.
Yeah, Emery got the carry there. So 2nd, and we're going to call it 6, a 4-yard carry.
Same formation with Barrera now telling the lineman what the call is going to be, and they got 20, which is 2 running backs.
At the 46-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. We'll give it to Flores. Flores dancing around, trying to get some extra yardage and gets it to the 48, maybe the
I think
49.
it was about a 1-yard run there. Again, it was basically the same set, same play. The difference here is that Canyon did not blitz. But I can tell you there's some respect there from the Canyon coaching staff because they are not pressing these guys, and they're playing a little deeper because there's some speed and a little athleticism and some physical. Now we got the receiver pressing up top.
2 receivers to the near
comes the
side,
blitz
2 to
from
the far
Canyon.
side.
They're threatening the blitz. They got the linebackers right in the A and B gap.
And Velasquez is to the near side in the with Barba on the near side. So you got two receivers to the far side, two to the near side. Shotgun formation.
Now they're in zone now. They're in match coverage zone. They backed off that man, and let's see what we get here.
Gets it to the slot receiver. Velasquez. Velasquez makes a turn and goes all the way to the 35-yard line. Excuse me.
That's a great call by the Eagle offensive coordinator, Christian Garcia, to recognize that the coverage had spilled to the far side and then throwing that quick slant to Velasquez and letting Velasquez do what Velasquez does, which is run fast.
After the catch, after the catch and run, 4:19 as they have another first down, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Canyon 35-yard line.
I really like watching Velasquez work out of the slot. I wasn't a big fan of him at the beginning of the season, but I can see where he's just a great weapon. Basically, he's hidden there.
Yeah.
And it's great.
4 minutes. We'll give it to Flores, and there's a flag. No, there's no flag. I thought that maybe somebody had kind of gotten his face mask there.
No, that was actually a great. There was press coverage down there on Barba. Barba actually did a great job blocking on the edge and allowed Flores to get the 3 or 4 yards that he gets. And honestly, for first down, obviously you'd like to be in a shorter yardage situation, but it's been working for Eagle Pass to get into the 2nd and 7, and let's see what
you get to the 3rd and manageable. You're doing well. So 2nd and 7 from the Canyon 32-yard line. 3 receivers set to the far side, 1 to the near side. Shotgun formation. Actually, we'll give it to Barrera.
Barrera became the tailback.
Yeah, became to the tailback. He's out to the outside. He makes a couple of tackles, and he is out of bounds at about the 20.
That's a very interesting.
14-yard line.
A very interesting play. They were in 10 personnel, which means 1 running back. But the running back actually got the snap, and handed it to Barrera, who made a great move to the outside. And when you can run 4-4 like Javi Barrera can run, that becomes a very, very potent play. And we just saw
18-yard line?
Yeah, 18-yard line.
So
the Eagles are moving methodically. The drive started at about the 40 after the interception.
Mm-hmm.
And
at the 43,
so at the 43-yard line, so they've moved it, 30-something yards passing and running. And keeping their defense off the field and moving the ball. 20 personnel. Here comes a carry for Luis Flores.
Flores will get a tough yard, maybe a yard.
That was a tough run.
3 minutes, just under 3 minutes to go. First and 10.
Obviously, the line isn't opening up big gaping holes, but the running game is doing right now what it's supposed to be doing. I have a feeling that they're going to wear on them as the game goes.
Chewing up clock, as we call it.
Yes, and so we want to keep the ball out of that potent Canyon offense, and of course our offense goal. We got 3 receivers down on our side, near side. On the far side of the field, we got 1 receiver set, and we got 1 running back in the backfield.
Second and 10 is no gain on that for Flores. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation for Flores. Drops back, looking one-on-one situation on the top.
Oh,
and
that looked like there was some holding there by the cornerback. I don't know why they didn't see that, but
the intended receiver over on the far side was number 10, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
No, that's not number 10.
No, that's.
Is it number 11?
I think that's Jeremiah Silva out there. And so, it's Jeremiah Silva. He had one-on-one coverage. He had beat.
Number 16, yeah.
He had beat the cornerback, and I believe the cornerback held him up, and the referee just didn't see that. That was a nice drop back from Javi Barrera. Nice ball. And there should have been a flag on that play.
Yeah, so third and 18, or 3rd and 10, excuse me.
3rd and 10.
Drops back, looking, rolling out. Now looks in the middle of the field, and that's in and out of the hands, yeah.
A little high for Silva, and Barrera trying to improvise there as he was rolling out to the right. There's a little bit of pressure, but now we've got our field goal kicker coming on, and this is well within his range. And so
4th and 10.
It's 4th and 10. There's an opportunity for Eagle Pass to put 3 more points on the board in this game.
So with 2:11 left in the ball game, or in the first quarter, excuse me, and we're at the 18-yard line plus 7. That's was it a 30?
It's spotted at the 25. 25. That's a 35-yard.
35-yard field goal, and is it up?
It's good.
And good.
It would have been good from 55 yards. What a great kick.
So 3 more points, and they take a 2-point lead. 10.
What an exciting first quarter, and we're not even done yet. Canyon's gonna get another possession. I really, the Eagle Pass offense is game, The defense made an incredible adjustment from one possession to the other. And so if anything, this Eagle Pass team has shown us, and they showed us last week, that they're resilient, they're able to adapt and change, and we're seeing that all in the first quarter. And so the efforts there, the resiliency, the coaching, and
A 9-play drive,
the adjustments.
a 9-play drive that ended in a 35-yard field goal and some more points for the Eagles as they take a 2-point lead here with 2:05 left.
One of the interesting things too, Freddie, is that Eagle Pass has not had to change their base defense.
No,
They're
they
still in
haven't.
it.
Yeah.
So we're about to see a kick, and let's see if they can say they brought their deep back up to try to back up, if you will, the up
man, yeah, the up
it's at
man.
the 30-yard line, the up man. So there it goes again. They're trying to pin it to the sidelines and shorten it out. It was
That's a
received.
35, not to the 30.
They got him at the 30-yard line.
And they corralled him, a host of Eagles. And that's what Coach talked about when I talked to him about the 3 keys to the game. He basically said, we got to corral around the football. In other words, 11 to the pursuit, 11 men to the football, and just tighten up everything that we did last week or 2 weeks ago, and factoring in that bye week was a good week for him because you had some injuries that, of course, were healed.
And so you look at the last defensive drive, which ended in the interception by Eagle Pass. They were able to do that because they put Canyon in a very predictable situation where they had to pass. And I'm telling you, Georgie made a great play in baiting the quarterback to make that throw and then actually make the pick, which is great. So there they go. They're in a tight wing, and it's a handoff to their
Reagan.
Reagan. There you go. And
It's,
Eagle Pass stops at Cole.
Jackson Reagan is his first and last name.
Yeah, Jackson Reagan. They stopped it for a 1-yard loss. So it's 2nd and 11 now for the Canyon Cougars. And going back to the last drive again is Eagle Pass settled down defensively. They're still in their base. Right now we've got them in cover 2. All-state safety number 3, Rodriguez, on our near side with Tristan Villaseñor as well. And he's playing a little off his receiver. So we're going to see what kind of pressure Eagle Pass can bring.
The receivers to the near side, one of the far side will give to Reagan, and he's had some tough yardage there, but that's a great tackle, open field tackle by number 3.
That is your
Rodrigo.
your all-state safety. Rodrigo Garcia coming up and making a forced play tackle in the backfield, dropping Reagan for a loss of 3 yards. That's the kind of play that you get from a veteran, senior, all-state defensive back, and that's a guy that should be playing on Saturdays next year. He's a great player.
3rd and long from the 26-yard line.
We've got them in a predictable situation here where they've got to pass. Looks like we're in cover 2. Everyone's dropping back. Cover 4 for Eagle Pass.
Rolls out, knocks.
What a great play. The coverage was spot on. The 4 deep coverage kept all the receivers in front of them, forcing the quarterback up to the far side. And the defensive end and linebacking crew are right there to clean it up. And we have our first punt of the game.
Yeah, so on a 3rd and long, he was only able to get maybe past 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage to the 32-yard line.
That was a negative series for Canyon.
Yeah,
Negative.
4th down.
Amazing. They moved 3 plays down the field in the first series.
Yeah.
And we stopped them cold on 2 drives. And Eagle Pass has yet to be stopped offensively. They got points in the 2 drives.
The 2 drives. So a punt here.
It's a fake.
And
it goes
right
nowhere.
there goes nowhere.
And Eagle Pass stops them cold at the 28, 29-yard line. What great anticipation by the interior lineman. I don't understand that play. It was ill-advised. A punt from that place, and in particular, the type of play that it was, and Eagle Pass just...
Now you get a short field for Eagle Pass, and the ball is going to be spotted at the Canyon 29-yard line.
I mean, they're already in field goal range right there.
So, fake punt, ill-advised, so they have it at the Canyon 29-yard line. Eagle Pass has their third drive here with 14 seconds left.
And so this is what I would consider a turnover. And so let's see what Eagle Pass does with this turnover. They turned the last turnover into 3 points. And so just like Canyon was trying to stick a dagger in them right now, trying to create a first down, Eagle Pass can really stick a dagger in them right now, break some morale with a scoring drive right here.
Yeah,
right?
So they got it 1st and 10 with 3 receivers set. Actually, empty backfield, 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Will drop back, looking, surveying. Has a man in the middle.
Barba.
That's Barba. Touchdown!
Barba.
Eagles.
what a great call on first down, and it went right for the throat. Barba being the inside man coming across, a series of mesh for the Eagle Pass receivers. Javi Barrera read it brilliantly up on top. The coverage was soft for New Braunfels Canyon, and Barba, quick, explosive receiver. And frankly, Barba's one of these receivers, in my opinion, capable of great big plays. He caught the ball and just drove it right into the end zone.
29-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Barrera to Barba. And the Eagles take a 16-8 lead with 5 seconds left here in the first quarter with the point after attempt.
Just like
is
that, good. Eagle Pass up 17-8, and again, stemming back, and I don't understand. I don't understand New Braunfels thinking, trying a fake punt from their own 28-yard line. Honestly, from my position as a coach, I'd say, you know what, that's disrespectful that they would try that, and it did not work out for them, and it turned into 7 points for Eagle Pass. And again, what we were talking about right before that series, it was a great opportunity for Eagle Pass to take advantage of the turnover, and they did something with it.
Yeah, they did something with it. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching South Texas Sports Live.
Here we go.
Siesta Tire and Custom Wheels, 3168 Del Rio Boulevard, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday from 8 to 2. Call them up, 830-773-4010. Full suspension lifts, leveling kits, in stock, no credit needed, financing available, brake service, tire repair. That's Siesta Tires and Custom Wheels. Super Tacos Morales, with 2 locations serving Eagle Pass for over 20 years. Located at 1885 East Main Street and 2427 El Indio Highway, you get your breakfast tacos, fajita tacos, molleja, chicken, and brisket, along with lunch plates. That's Super Tacos Morales.
As the Canyon Cougars will take possession with 5 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And I told you, Freddie, that was an exciting first quarter, even before the fake punt, and Eagle Pass was able to take advantage of that and turn it into points.
So
Eagle Pass kicked off right now, and Canyon received that kick at their 29-yard line. Eagle Pass is kicking to the sideline and pinning the Cougars and not allowing them much play past the 30-yard line. They're content with doing that. Here comes the Canyon offense. The Eagle Pass defense has really stood up on the last 2 drives and have turned the Cougars over twice, and Eagle Pass has turned that into points. Here we go. Hand off. Oh, it was a fake.
And now he is
Big
brought
sack
down
by Paniagua.
by
Good Lord.
Paniagua. He's undersized, and we talked to him when we had the spotlight with Coach
For
Olivas.
defensive end, yes, he's
Yeah,
undersized.
he's undersized, but he has a relentless motor, man. He will get to the quarterback.
He gets around the ball. Right now, you just saw him. He made a play. He beat the tackle, and he got there. We got a quarter change, and Eagle Pass dumped the quarterback for Canyon.
Yeah, that's number 10, Knox Ford. Ford not able to get around.
Excuse from him. But, Ford could not get the edge. Paniagua tripped him up, took him to a knee, and they lost about 10 yards on that.
Yeah, so we go to the second quarter, and
The hometown fans who were in a frenzy after that first drive have been sitting on their hands, not really surprised, in my opinion, by the Eagle Pass performance. And so
17-8 at the end of one quarter.
here comes the Canyon offense back on the field, and now for you listening on your home device,
YouTube.
the Cougars are moving from your right to your left across the screen. As the quarter change goes, Eagle Pass comes out and cover 3 again. The cornerback on the near side backs out. That's Georgie. And here they go. There's another fake, a draw from the quarterback on a zone read, which is somewhat successful for Canyon and gets back a lot of the yards that they lost on that sack. And now they're third and about 5, which is manageable. And the quarterback made a great decision there because the ends went outside. You know, whenever Reagan's on the field, he's a threat to get the ball, and the ends followed Reagan.
Yeah.
And that created a gap in the middle of the field.
Across the 36,
Knox,
right?
Their quarterback, yes, exploited it. Here we go, third down.
Third and manageable 3. A receiver in motion, 2 receivers to the far side. and we'll give it
he's
to
caught.
Reagan.
Reagan
Yeah,
is caught behind the line of
from
scrimmage.
behind number 2 and number 18, converting on the
18 and 5 there on the tackle
Alex
for the Eagles.
Reese and Alex
Anthony
Mayan.
Chacon, all three linebackers got a piece of that tackle, which is great. That's what you want to see. You want to see your linebackers getting into the gaps and swarming and making tackles. And they look a lot better than they did on that first drive. I think they're coalescing and they're seeing. And again, I'm very impressed that Eagle Pass is still in their base defense. They're really not doing anything. They're not. They're saying, hey, this is our team. This is our best shot. See what you can do against it.
Yeah,
and they're holding up
exactly.
very good. I like it. Here comes the punt. Oh,
Rugby style punt. And we'll be down. Takes a Eagle bounce, and we'll roll to inside the 20-yard line.
18-yard line.
Yeah.
What a great first quarter for Eagle Pass, both offensively and defensively. You know, they had a little rough start. The defense on that first one, but again, they are nothing if not resilient and able to adjust, and that's what we saw. And since that first drive, Canyon really hasn't been able to muster much.
No,
offensively.
just inside the 20 at, I believe, the 17-yard line. Their own 17, 1st and 10 for the Eagle Pass Eagles. As we got the
Here we go. We got a little bit of a bunch set here on our near side, and we got Javi laying down the protection scheme to his lineman. You have Jimbo there, our center, calling out the protection.
three receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Shotgun formation will give to Flores. Flores to the far side and carries a couple of Canyon Cougars with him across the 22, about the 23-yard line.
It's about a good 5-yard run there, and that's what you want to see. You want to be in second down and manageable. Certainly, 2nd and 5 is something very doable for Eagle Pass. It hasn't really hampered them even when they have been behind the chains.
Yeah, so to the, what is it, 23?
Yeah, there's a 23.
So 2nd and 6, a 4-yard carry there for Flores. So 3 receivers set to the near side, one to the far side.
Same formation.
We got the ball on the left hash.
Luis
Drop
comes
back.
out in a little wheel. The passes to Medellin. He takes it on one knee.
Yeah, Marco
He
Medellin.
probably should have dropped that. If you're going to go down on one knee and you're behind the line, you don't want to catch that because Eagle Pass ended up losing.
Yeah, they
yards
lost
on
3
that.
yards back to almost the original line of scrimmage. So now to the ball to the 19-yard line.
It wasn't a particularly pretty pass from the quarterback, and I think it might have felt a little bit of rushed. But I wasn't even sure if the play was going to really do anything because it wasn't well blocked down there.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. That was a screen to one of the receivers. So we got a 3 receiver set, bunch to the far side, one on the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera. Has Flores to his left side. Will drop back. Looking, comes near
Barrera's
side.
got the-
Barrera's got the near
Oh,
side. He's
he's
at
got-
the 25, he's at the 30, 35, and goes out of bounds.
What a great play. The whole near side emptied out because the coverage rolled to the far side because of the receivers. Barrera rolls out towards the Canyon sideline, and there was a whole lot of green. And Barrera,
What a play from the senior quarterback.
Yes.
Noticing and understanding that everything, the coverage rolled to the far side, and he had the near side, so he took it for a first down, for an Eagle first down.
remember this, Brady. That play's going to play dividends because the coverage will roll down. There goes
Barrera
again.
He was pumping to the outside. He tucked it in, got it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
It was a busted play. And so the play meant to go outside, and the leverage just wasn't there for the
Eagle
pass
Pass,
to
yeah.
work. Yeah. And so here we go. We're back in 20 personnel, which is 2 running backs. Javi going up to the line, calling the play, and then backing out into shotgun formation.
2 receivers to the far side, one on the
Here
near
comes the
side. Will give to Emery. Emery fighting for some yardage and will get stopped at about the 38
It's about a 2.5
yard.
yard gain.
Yeah. So on a 2nd and 8 to the 38, 2 yards. So it's a 3rd and 6.
I can tell you right now that the defensive coordinator for Canyon is telling him watch 4 when he rolls out, and that may pay dividends if 4 can keep his eyes down the field. If the cornerback or safety comes up to try to manage the run, there may be an opportunity to hit a receiver deep.
Yeah.
Let's see what Eagle Pass does that in this twin set.
2 receivers set to the far side, 2 to the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera.
Here comes a blitz.
And blitz up the middle. He sees far
that's
side,
short.
and it was tipped.
It's
and
tipped himself, and the man intercepts it.
and intercepted by number Trying to see what the number 8 is, number 9 or number 8?
I tell you what, the receiver was open, and Barrera just didn't put enough air under that ball, and the
Number 8.
defensive back made a great play, tipping it, and then not only tipping it, but tipping it back and making the play.
Yeah, Dion Yancey, the senior
Great
defensive back, intercepted on a 3rd and 6.
Was that one of the keys to the game that Coach Olivas gave you?
Yeah, just not throwing those.
Well, you know what? One of the things that I think Canyon was counting on in this drive was to tilt the field, and they've done that now. So they're almost at midfield on that pick.
At their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
In cover 2.
Knox will give it to Reagan. Reagan, which has busted out in the 3 games. He's had some pretty long runs. Tonight, hasn't gotten that big run out there.
He seems like he's a patient guy. I mean, you saw him right there on that run. He stuttered a little bit behind his block, and it looked like he was going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. And he still got, went forward for about 4 yards. So, this is one of these guys that, hopefully Eagle Pass can keep him bottled up the whole game.
Yeah.
But he looks like a guy that they can get something done for them. So we got to keep an eye on that.
Well, actually Knox Ford puts it into the pocket, and the ball almost came out of. He had it like a bread, like a stack of bread there.
I wouldn't be very happy on the corner watching him run like that, but he made a great decision pulling the ball from Reagan.
Yeah.
And again, when you've got that guy in the backfield, he draws a lot of attention, and I'm sure in the Eagle defensive huddle, they're like, watch 5, watch 5.
Yeah.
And the quarterback so far has been able to do some running when he pulls the ball out of 5's belly on that zone isolation.
So we got man in motion.
There's a pass.
Throwback, a pass to the far sideline, to the near sideline, and incomplete.
Great recovery there from Georgie. It was a
George Martinez.
George Martinez. It was a backwards pass and then throw down to the wide out that's on the near sideline. And Martinez, admittedly, he got caught looking and peeking in the backfield, but he recovered well enough to make the play and break the pass up. So it's now 2nd and 10.
So an incomplete. The intended receiver there was number 13, Jordan Sanford, the senior receiver. 3 receivers set to the near side, one of the far side, shotgun formation for the Cougars of Canyon.
Receiver comes back to the wing as a little sniffer. He's sniffing there on the offensive line.
He's kind of a tight end there. We'll give it to Reagan to the outside, patiently waiting for that hole to develop, and gets across to the 40-yard line.
Did you see that play? A little stutter out there?
Yeah, it was a stutter out to the outside, and he gets it set to the 41-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and about 6, 5.5. Somebody's down there for Canyon. Might be Reagan. Let's see. He's up. No, he's down again. It is Reagan.
To the 41, so it's going to be 2nd and 5.
So while they tend to Reagan, we were talking about his patience as a runner, and we saw it 2 occasions on this drive, and that was a great little play for positive plus yardage for Canyon. Their Eagle Pass, to defend that, they've got to do what we like to coach is punch and pull. Make sure you punch and then pull your guy out so you can be there to make the tackle. So far, the Eagles are playing great contain on the outside, which is what's causing Reagan to have to stutter some to try to find his way back, if you will. So Eagle Pass playing very good leverage, turning the runs back inside. They need to do a little bit better job in recognizing when the quarterback's going to pull that ball out of the tailback's belly. But so far, they have not been hit to the outside, and Canyon's speed so far hasn't been a big factor because Eagle Pass's discipline, if you will, on the leverages.
Well, and understanding that first drive for Canyon, they kind of spread Eagle Pass wide with the 5 receiver set, and they opened the middle, but Eagle Pass kind of stayed fast with their base defense.
And it's understanding leverage, staying in your base,
Yeah.
and playing sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
And it's assignment football, Freddie, and we're seeing it. So now we've got a 3rd and
But a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, and Reagan still on the field, even though Canyon is now in there. Now he's hopping off the field on one leg along the 45-yard line to get off the field, which is odd. But here, he's hopping to the bench or to the medical tent.
Yeah.
It's a bench.
It's a medical bench.
And
6:09 left here in the second quarter. 17-8 to score. We're live from Canyon Stadium alongside Pocho Nevares. Freddie Day with you.
Canyon with 2 running backs and a wing. It looks like, it's going to be a first down for the tailback. Who's in the game now for Canyon?
That was number 34.
Yeah, he's a
Number 34, Quincy Jones now.
big boy.
He's a sophomore to the 35-yard line. First and 10 for Canyon at the Eagle Pass 35-yard line.
Another player comes up the field. I think he lost his helmet, so he's got to sit out.
Yeah, he's got to sit up for one play.
Or it looks like he's got a helmet malfunction. They're working on it on the sideline. Here comes the Eagle defense in 4-3.
Two receivers to the near side, one of the far side shotgun formation.
Oh, great
What
play.
a play there in the backfield.
My goodness.
And shooting up the middle, the number 24, number 20.
They've got Luis
Floated.
Flores out there. Playing linebacker. Incredible. Well, I mean, and he was in.
So number 24 is also Richard Martinez and Luis Flores in on the tackle as they lost some yardage to the 37-yard line, a 2-yard loss, so 2nd and 12.
What they've done is they've moved Alex Ruiz to the outside. Alex Mayen is now on the near side as the exterior linebacker. And Eagle Pass had a response there and limited that carry to 2 yards. And again is
Landshark defense there for Coach Olivas.
and recognizing when this guy's going to pull the ball.
Yeah,
and getting there.
Ford not able to get anything there, gets it.
That's an interesting decision by
maybe a yard, yeah.
by the Eagle Pass staff to put Flores in the linebacking spot. It's paid dividends on these 2 plays.
Yeah, 3rd and 11, 3rd and long. Well, you have to get into the manageable 3rd downs. When you're 3rd and long, it's kind of hard. 2 receivers set to the near side, one to the far side.
They're going to throw the ball.
Drops back, throwing deep.
Going deep. Eagle Pass right there. Oh.
And what a catch there. What a catch
Wow.
by number 4.
He did a great job tracking the ball in the air and getting it.
Oh my God, he caught it for a Cougar touchdown.
You know, the coverage was there. It's just a great throw. That's Ryan Rea back there on the coverage. And normally that's a play that he makes. And he's right there, but it's a great throw and catch.
Donovan Craycraft, the senior receiver.
Now they're in this funky formation again.
Yeah,
They've got
formation.
3 on one side, 5 on the other, and it's been confusing Eagle Pass. Now they bottled
To
up
the
right
outside,
there.
yeah.
So
So the 2-point conversion is no good.
17-14 Eagle Pass, 4:19 in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah.
So again, you know, we had them in a predictable situation. They're gonna throw the ball, and they threw deep. The safety was where he was supposed to be, and the receiver made a great play, great throw, and it's a touchdown. So now the offense has to come back on the field. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, so with 4:19 left in the 2nd quarter, just before the half, a 36-yard touchdown pass from Ford to Craycraft. And with the point after the 2-point conversion no good, it is 17-14. Eagle Pass still leading by 3 here.
I got to go back to this substitution of Flores in the middle linebacker because I had not seen him take a snap there. And maybe I missed one snap this season, but I had not seen him take a snap from the middle linebacking position. And I don't know if this is due to an injury or something that the staff feels will bolster the defense, but whatever it is, it worked up until that pass play.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see the Eagle offense when they operate, and then we'll keep an eye on that development at Flores at linebacker when the defense steps back on the field. But for now, the Eagle Pass about to receive this kick.
And the ball's taken at the 5 by Flores. Flores finds the seam and will bring it out to about the 20. They're probably going to mark him down right at about the 21-yard line.
He's about the 20 and a half.
Are they going to mark it at the 20?
Yeah, that's forward progress.
Yeah, so Eagle Pass will have ball at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Barrera and the Eagles. I mean, we've seen the defense do its job early on here. We got about the 4:09 left going into halftime and see what the adjustments coming back into the second half.
Well, I mean, right now, what we need to focus on, and what I'm sure Eagle Pass focused on, is answering, just the way they answered the first touchdown. You know, the offense seemed to bog down a little bit on that last drive. Let's see what they can cook up and dial up and draw up for the Eagle offense. And you got 3 receivers down on the near side, an empty set for Eagle pass.
Yeah, 2 to the far side. Barrera.
Oh, we got a movement.
We got
We
movement.
got movement by Biggie Sock on our right tackle.
So the first, I guess that's
The first penalty.
Well, first penalty for Eagle Pass, but it's been hanky-less the first half. I think we've only had like 2
There's
penalties.
been 2 penalties, and
Yeah.
that's the second one.
So a false start for Eagle Pass, 5-yard put back to the 15-yard line. So at the 15, it's going to be 1st and 15 for Eagle Pass.
Formation's changed now. We're in twins.
So 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. The ball in the middle of the field.
You got Embry up as the tailback, and Flores is out of the game right now. We got the blitz coming off the edge. They're coming. Max protect. Javi
Javi
beat it.
steps up. He has a man open. That's Velasquez at the 50.
Got him.
He's at the 30. Gets to at the 20. Looking to the far side, and he's out of bounds.
Wow.
What a pitch and catch. What a throw.
Look, that play had everything. The blitz came. What did we talk about, partner? Before the game started, they were going to blitz, and they blitz coming off the edge. Barrera recognized the blitz, steps up. They had man-on-man on the outside, and he was able to put the ball exactly where he needed to put it. And Velasquez caught it in stride, and it was barely tripped up.
Yeah.
And actually stumbled forward for another 15 to 20 yards. What an incredible pitch and catch. What incredible recognition by the quarterback. And everything working together in the offensive line, and Embry giving him enough time to get it. Barrera stepping up and making the play.
Yeah,
So we're talking about an answer. That's your answer.
That's your answer right there. But he stepped up in that pocket looking, and you mentioned it earlier, looking downfield.
Yes.
And he looked downfield and he had him.
And I frankly, he could have run for 15, maybe 20 yards, but he kept his head and said, "Hey man, I got a guy one-on-one here, and I'm going to hit him." And hit him with
Timeout
a
called here. The ball at just inside the 10-yard line at the 8. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this.
Great play.
You're watching South Texas Sports.
Here at the Ritchie Law Firm, our 3 main values are integrity, excellence, and credibility. Services include personal injury law, immigration law, family law, oil field accidents, and wrongful death. Call us up, 830-773-3737, or come by, 493 Madison Street, here in Eagle Pass. RitchieLawGroup.com.
Here we go.
Don't sit this one out. At Chapo Law Group, we step up to the plate for every client, from car crashes to
Custom Wheels, 3168 Del Boulevard.
Here we go.
And we're back live, ready there. Poncho Nevares. It is a 1st and goal from inside the 10-yard line at the 8. Gets it in and out.
On the edge.
Yeah, he
Touchdown,
will
Eagle pass.
take it to the far sideline.
It's a
and
touchdown. Touchdown, Eagle pass. Barrera pulled it out of the tailback's belly and took it around the left end, right inside the pylon. What a great play. I tell you what, Barrera read again the end crashing. He pulled the ball because Embry was met right in the hole by the linebacker who made a great play filling that hole, and Barrera pulled that ball out and boom, hit that edge with that 4.4 speed, and it's good night, Irene, touchdown. And you wanted an answer and you got it. Eagle pass, 23-14 with the kick coming. The kick is up. It's good. 24-14 Eagle pass with 3:08 left in this half. And again, it's been like a heavyweight fight, right?
Yeah.
Somebody lands a big punch, but right now Eagle pass, not only they're weathering the storm, but they're landing some bigger blows against a team that, arguably coming in would have been favored. But Eagle Pass seems to be the quicker team. Eagle Pass seems to be the team that's adjusting better on the fly. And Eagle Pass seems to be the team that's keeping their stars in check.
Yeah. So we're back, and 24-17 the score here as the Eagle Pass Eagles now lead it by 7.
Hey, we're getting a visit up here by the mascot. Look at that. The cougar.
The Cougars coming up.
That's like a weird looking cougar. I mean, it's nice. It's a cougar, but it's just kind of weird. But the kids seem to. It's almost scary cougar. Like, that's not.
So as we look at the
So how is
Three per day drive.
Barrera's got to have over 200 yards passing already in this game.
Well, yeah, and we'll get the notes here for halftime. But right now, as we see it, that pass was it what at the 15? So 15 and 50 is what 35, and then 35 to.
I mean, there's a kick. There's a kick to the near side. Look, Eagle
And
Pass
the
got
ball is
Did
down.
they get it?
I don't think so. I think it was down.
it
It was
went out
down
of
by
bounds.
number 27. Yeah.
Again, this tactic that Eagle Pass has of kicking it to the near side and trying to pin New Braunfels to the sideline. It at some point, Eagle Pass may be able to recover one of those. It looked like they'd recovered.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got really excited there.
And yeah.
It looked like they got a turnover.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got to believe they want to keep it away from whatever returners, and so it looks like their tailback, their D1 Utah State commit is not back on the field.
No.
And so
Don't see him on the field.
Excuse me.
24-14.
So we
a 10
got-
point lead with 3:08
We got
left.
Eagle Pass coming back. New Braunfels at their own 37-yard line. Eagle Pass looks like they're in a cover two. They're still in their base. They're 4-3. They're four-man front, three linebackers.
Ball to the 37
Yeah.
at their own 37, 1st and 10.
And it looks like they're coming out. And Paniagua seems to be, well, they're almost in a 3-4. But no, here we go. They're in that 4-3. And again, the quarterback makes
Ford will take it himself up the middle.
He has made good decisions pulling the ball and made the Eagles pay a lot. You know, I think that's one of the adjustments that Eagle Pass has to make at halftime. The linebacking crew's got to stay at home, right?
Well, actually, the middle linebacker, basically the spy, to make sure that
Yeah, because he's got to watch that ball because he's going with the shift with the running back, and it's leaving that middle open. And here we go, first down.
to the Eagle Pass 44-yard line.
Motion.
Put a motion, man in motion, drops back, looking deep, and over the head of the intended receiver. That was looks like number 34. No,
That's first time they're throwing to their slot, man. I believe he usually lines up in the tight end position, but he was out in the slot, and it just was overthrown.
yeah,
The coverage was good. It was solid, and again, we were in cover two, which means two men dropping back to cover the deep passes, and the two men on the corners playing up, right?
Yeah.
And so we're in the same look again.
two receivers to the far side, one on the near side. Shotgun formation will give to the running back, and that's the ball carrier.
That's going to be near a first down. It'll be 3rd and about 2 from right there.
It's number
inside,
34.
The 40-yard line of Eagle Pass.
Yeah, Quincy Jones is the ball carrier.
About the 36-yard line. And so, Canyon's got a little something there in the running game, and Eagle Pass needs to solve that.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, a 7-yard carry there for Jones. Two receivers to the far side, one on the near side. Shotgun formation for Ford. Ford will give it to Quincy and will kind of bowl himself over the 35 to the 34-yard
I
line.
think he's got the first down.
Yeah, he does have a Cougar first down, 1st and 10 on a 3rd and 3. Needed 3, got
Hold on.
actually
They're going to measure.
2 minutes.
They're going to measure it. No, they're signaling first down.
So yeah, and we're in that 2 minute. So they get a timeout.
Yes.
That's something new for UAL as far as
The 2-minute warning.
the 2 minute warning at the end of the half and at the end of the game.
So they've
the
got
fourth quarter.
They've got all 3 of their timeouts, and
Both teams have. Oh, excuse me. No, Eagle Pass does have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and so again, Canyon's found a little something in that running game because Knox makes very good decisions in pulling the ball out, and the GT play, if you will, the guard and tackle trap, seems to be working. And Eagle Pass has no answer in the middle of the field right now. And that's kind of what we saw in that first drive when Eagle Pass got gashed on that 3 play. Obviously, the plays haven't been that destructive, but at this point, Eagle Pass needs to slow this down, and I imagine that's what the coaching up on the sideline is going to do. So hopefully, Eagle Pass takes advantage of this time out at the 2-minute warning to shore that up, right? And I didn't see Flores. No, Flores is back on the field as the middle linebacker again. And again, it's going to be an interesting conversation, win, lose, or draw, with Coach Olivas and Coach Ruiz, the defensive coordinator, as to what the decision or what the thinking was in making this change at this point.
Yeah.
And so we'll see.
So we're about 2 minutes. 3 receivers set to the near side, one to the far side. Shotgun formation. Drops back, looking. Steps in the pocket. Now decides to take it himself up the middle and gets it across the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Again, the linebackers started dropping back because of the pass. The coverage was really good from Eagle Pass, and Knox took off right up the middle and made a great run.
That's a 10-yard carry, 1st and 10 for Ford.
And you're looking at two quarterbacks that have very similar skill sets, right?
Yeah. As far as understanding that if it's not there, take off.
Yeah.
So drives back, has time, now rolls out to his far side, looking, now dumps it off to number 34 and gets it to the 15.
See that like you had Luis right there, Luis Flores right there to make the tackle, but that's an example of a kid that hadn't played that position very much because he came in there to try to knock him and didn't wrap him. And like the runner got a couple more yards.
So the ball to the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 1, a 9-yard pass play there. He just dumped it off there.
Yeah, I mean, and he had two things going there. He was actually looking deep.
To the middle of the field,
Yeah, looking deep, coming across to the far side of the end zone, but the coverage was there. It was just that soft spot in the zone between the linebacker and the line of scrimmage.
So with 1:08 left here, calls timeout. So first charge timeout for Canyon.
Yeah, so we they're in the red zone. They're in plus territory now. They're down by 10. Obviously, they're looking for a touchdown to try to get this thing within 3 before the end of the half. We'll see how well Eagle Pass can hold them. One of the interesting things as the field starts to shrink because they're at the 15-yard line, the coverage is going to get tighter. It's going to be more difficult for him to hold the ball and run that way.
Yeah.
But again, I keep, and not to criticize the linebacking core, but I keep pointing out this issue because it's gonna be determined of how this game's gonna go, right?
And we haven't said Manny Fernandez's name.
And you know what? He has not been on the field.
So he hasn't been on the field. I know against Taft, he was one of the leading tacklers on the team.
That's a great catch, partner.
Yeah.
That is a great catch, partner, because he has not been on the field.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the field. So we've had Alex and now Luis Flores.
Anthony Chacon has been in there, and but I mean now it makes sense.
Yeah,
I get it.
So we'll Ford will take it himself and bottled up there, trying to get the ball out of his hand. There was a couple of tacklers there. Number 2 also.
He did not make the first. No, they give him a first down.
Yeah, are they giving him first down?
I believe they are.
So on a 2nd and 1, needed 1, got 1, 1st and 10 from
they're at the
14-yard line.
I'm sorry, at the 14-yard line.
Drops back, looking.
Oh,
and he's gonna be dropped.
Big sack by Alex Ruiz on a blitz. Alex pumping right in there between the C and D gap and just blowing it up. I mean, good Lord.
What a play by Alex Reese there, understanding that he was going to blitz. And it was a delayed blitz. It wasn't even an all-out blitz for them. With 43 seconds left here in the second quarter, just before the half, a big sack there by Alex Reese.
So, if that doesn't work, if he doesn't get there, you've got one less man in pass coverage, and you got Knox running around free back there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so they dialed it up at the right time, and it worked. And so kudos to the staff figuring out now's the time to put a little pressure on them. Knox was a little too comfortable back there. And, just like Canyon likes to blitz every once in a while, Eagle Pass will dial one up, and you just saw it right there.
So back to the 23-yard line, a 2nd and long with just 43 seconds left. And we're going to have our takes as far as at half and what you saw at the first half, and we'll run down with what's going on around
I can't wait to talk about all this. And what we're going to see, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What we hope to see. So here we go. We got 10 personnel, 2 up top. Quarterback dropping back to pass. The coverage is there. Here comes Ruiz again, forcing the quarterback out. He's making a throw. It's not picked off. But there's
the hands.
Good job by Rea covering him all the way to the back of the end zone. Again, the coverage has been pretty good. We've had a couple breakdowns here and there, but again, what did I tell you, partner? The field shrinks, right? So it allows the defenders, if they play their man, which Rea was doing, to really cover him well. Knox was hurried by the blitz, so he had to step up and make that throw.
And understanding, they have not gone to Villaseñor side of the field. They've been coming to the near sideline. They have not tested Tristan Villaseñor on the far side.
I'm a little, not that, I think Villaseñor is a drop-off, but they just have not, you're right, they have not thrown it to him. Or thrown it his way. There's a little swing pass out to the big tight end.
Yeah, to number 34, and that's number 3 on the tackle, Garcia, going low on number 34, which is Quincy Jones.
They're going to have to go hurry up because it's third down.
20 seconds left.
They're 18 and the clock's ticking. This is third and about 12 or 13. Or no, it's fourth down actually.
Yeah, it's fourth down and long.
Fourth down and long.
They need to get to the 3-yard line for a first down.
They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to call timeout.
Well, they're going to call timeout.
Kick a field goal. That's what they're doing. Setting up for a field goal. Here you go. There it is.
So they call timeout with 2 seconds left. But it's at the right it's on the near hash.
This is a very tough place to kick a field goal if you're a right-handed kicker. It's almost you've got to push it like a golf shot.
Yeah.
And
You got to fade it.
The angle is not great there, right? From that part of the field, you want to be able to kick from the middle of the field because the angle is going to bother him a little bit. Well, we'll see. You know, we had that famous block last week.
Or 2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago. I keep saying it last week.
They didn't play last week.
No, they didn't. So 2 weeks ago, we had the famous block that I think I was telling Coach Olivas last night. I ran into him. I said, that picture needs to go up in the field house.
Yeah.
Right? It's a famous Eagle Pass football picture of a block. So on that side of the field, again, and I'm not a kicker, but I've been around enough of them to know that this is not the best spot to have it. Let's see if it plays a factor into how well this kick goes.
So the ball at the 25 yard. Well, that's where the kicker is going to kick it at the 25. So it's going to be a 35-yard field goal try on a 4th and 15. So with 2 seconds left.
I don't anticipate a fake here. It just doesn't feel right for that. But you got to be ready for anything. But the Eagle Pass calls a timeout.
Well, they have 2 timeouts left. So Coach Olivas will probably. I mean, it's not like you're gonna ice a kid like this. I mean, I don't think you can ice a kid in high school football. I mean, it's hard to ice a kid.
You think the kid is too cool for school? You can't ice him?
You never know.
Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe you're giving the kid as much credit as he deserves, and I'm not giving him enough.
Yeah, we got.
Hey, look at the cougar down there with the scooter. That's
Man.
If I'm the kicker, I'm like, that's what I'm looking at to calm myself down.
Calm yourself down.
You're running on a scooter. But I mean, conventional wisdom says that Eagle Pass is going to call another timeout before we're done.
We got 2 seconds left here at Kruger Stadium in New Braunfels, Texas.
Entertaining first half.
Poncho Nevares, Freddie today with you, South Texas Sports Live, your supreme leader in live local sports.
Supreme, like Pizza Supreme. But here we go. This is the last 2 seconds of the half. This last play. There's the snap.
And
the
it
kick.
is up, and it is good.
That's good.
So number 14.
And that ends the half, right?
Yeah,
so
that ends the half.
The Eagle Pass will go into the locker room and receive the kick.
Yeah.
Up 24-17 on Canyon. And it's been an interesting half. I mean, we can talk about it when we come back out of the break. But it's gone about as well as Eagle Pass could have scripted it. You know, a couple of things that I think were great. But we'll get into all that as we go back after the break.
Yeah, so we got 24-17 at halftime from Kruger Stadium, the Canyon Krugers, and your Eagle Pass Eagles. What a entertaining first half. Freddie today with you, Poncho Nevares. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching South Texas Sports Live.
And Saturday from 8 to 2. Call them up, 830-773-4010. Full suspension lifts, leveling kits, in stock, no credit needed. Financing available, brake service, tire repair. That's Siesta Tires and Custom Wheels. Super Tacos Morales with 2 locations serving Eagle Pass for over 20 years. Located at 1885 East Main Street and 2427 El Indio Highway, you get your breakfast tacos, fajita tacos, molleja, chicken, and brisket, along with lunch plates. That's Super Tacos Morales. Here at the Ritchie Law Firm, our three main values are integrity, excellence, and credibility. Services include personal injury law, immigration law, family law, oil field accidents, and wrongful death. Call us up, 830-773-3737, or come by, 493 Madison Street, here in Eagle Pass. RitchieLawGroup.com.
We're ready to sing hard on your behalf. Call Chapel Law Group today. Tough, trusted, experienced. Justice is in your corner. Make the call.
Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions. Need to clear land? Need to dig? You need installation of septic systems, drain field repairs? Call for a quote. 830-325-0092. That's Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions.
Poncho Nevares from Nevares Williams, and we're a trial lawyer outfit. What that means is if you've got a situation where you've been injured in the oil patch or any job that you might do, or out on the roadway by some negligent trucking company or commercial vehicle outfit, or even in a car wreck, we'll take your case to trial.
Injured in an accident? Don't sit this one out. At Chapel Law Group, we step up to the plate for every client. From car crashes to on-the-job injuries, we're ready to sing hard on your behalf. Call Chapel Law Group today. Tough, trusted, experienced. Justice is in your corner. Make the call.
Lee's, the home of the Chicago Dog, 1296 Dario Boulevard, open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call them up, 830-776-7656. DoorDash and Uber Eats available. Pizza, pasta, wings, sandwiches, and more. That's Chance and Lee's Pizzeria. Since 2013, our law firm focuses on personal injury cases. No case is too big or too small. Injured in an accident? Call us today at 830-776-7500. We're located at 405 South Monroe Street. That's the law firm of Ernesto Fuentes. La Parrilla, located at 2640 Dario Boulevard. A great family atmosphere with great Mexican dishes and, of course, margaritas. Call them at 830-758-0646 to place your order for takeout. Tacos, plates, lunches, and more. That's La Parrilla.
Happy.
Chance and Lee's, the home of the Chicago Dog. Service 24/7 roadside assistance. You need a tow? Guess what? Call them up. Valdez Tire Record Service at 830-757-3102. Located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass. Need a jump? Give us a call. 757-3102. Dr. Hector Alvarez at Eagle Pass Dental Clinic wants to invite you to 1606 East Garrison Street. Call for your dental appointment at 830-757-1500. We sat down with Dr. Hector Alvarez, and this is what he had to say to the community. Friendly Pharmacy, located at 2176 East Garrison Street. You can call them up, 830-752-6088. With delivery and drive-thru available, open Monday through Friday from 10 to 6. Friendly Pharmacy. Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions. Need to clear land? Need to dig? You need installation of septic systems, drain field repairs? Call for a quote. 830-325-0092. That's Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions.
Poncho Nevares from Nevares Williams, and we're a trial lawyer outfit. What that means is if you've got a situation where you've been injured in the oil patch or any job that you might do, or out on the roadway by some negligent trucking company or commercial vehicle outfit, or even in a car wreck, we'll take your case to trial.
Injured in an accident? Don't sit this one out. At Chapo Law Group, we step up to the plate for every client. From car crashes to on-the-job injuries, we're ready to sing hard on your behalf. Call Chapo Law Group today. Tough, trusted, experienced. Justice is in your corner. Make the call.
Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions. Need to clear land? Need to dig? You need installation of septic systems, drain field repairs? Call for a quote. 830-325-0092. That's Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions.
Poncho Nevares from Nevares Williams, and we're a trial lawyer outfit. What that means is if you've got a situation where you've been injured in the oil patch or any job that you might do, or out on the roadway by some negligent trucking company or commercial vehicle outfit, or even in a car wreck, we'll take your case to trial.
Injured in an accident? Don't sit this one out. At Chapo Law Group, we step up to the plate for every client. From car crashes to on-the-job injuries, we're ready to sing hard on your behalf. Call Chapo Law Group today. Tough, trusted, experienced. Justice is in your corner. Make the call.
Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions. Need to clear land? Need to dig? You need installation of septic systems, drain field repairs? Call for a quote. 830-325-0092. That's Midas Backhoe Services and Septic Solutions.
Poncho Nevares from Nevares Williams, and we're a trial lawyer outfit. What that means is if you've got a situation where you've been injured in the oil patch or any job that you might do, or out on the roadway by some negligent trucking company or commercial vehicle outfit, or even in a car wreck, we'll take your case to trial.
is right there.
It was very, very entertaining first half. Kind of a back and forth. Canyon came out firing, had a three-play drive and scored a touchdown. And the Eagles were reeling, and Eagle Pass came right back and answered, and score was 8-7. And then Eagle Pass turned them over on an interception and kicked a field goal to go up 10-7 or 10-8. And then they turned them over. There was a fake punt that I thought it was a very ill-advised fake punt that they tried, and Eagle Pass capitalized on that, scored a touchdown the very next play, and it's kind of been back and forth. I don't think one team has really dominated the other, but Eagle Pass is leading at halftime by 7 points, and they're certainly playing as well or better than Canyon at this point in the game.
We're back live as Poncho was giving you guys as we got our Hyundai of Del Rio Hyundai drive. And in the first half, of course, we had some drives, as he mentioned to you guys right now, as far as what happened. We started off the game. Canyon had it at their own 30-yard line and drove 70 yards with a 22-yard run by the quarterback, Ford, with 10:45 left, and they went up 6-0 with the two-point conversion. Good, 8-0. Eagle Pass answered right back as they got it at their own 19-yard line. 5 plays later, on a first and goal, but it was set up by the 67-yard pitch and catch from Barrera to Velasquez, who again they've connected 2 weeks ago for 265 yards. They're connecting again, and Luis Flores had a 1-yard plunge with 7:32 left in the first quarter. They made it 8-7 with the point after attempt.
I gotta believe that Javi's at least are very near 200 yards passing.
Yeah, you talked about the Canyon getting the ball at the own 34-yard line, and on 3rd and 10, George Martinez with an interception with 6:04 left in the first quarter started the drive for Eagle Pass at their own 43-yard line, and had a 9-play drive with a 35-yard field goal, good for Ivan Cruz with 2:05 left, and went up 10-8. So they scored on 2 turnovers. They got 2 turnovers and they scored points on those with 2:05 left in the first quarter. Canyon had that fake punt again, did not go anywhere. So with just 5 seconds left in the quarter on a short field, they had it at the 29-yard line with 5 seconds left, and a pitch and catch from Barrera to Barba for 29 yards. It was a 1-play drive, made it 17-8 with the point after good to end the first quarter. And then the defense came up big. They stopped them with a punt.
Fake punt.
Yeah, well, no, after the fake punt, there was another punt. There was another 3 and out for them. Then the Eagle Pass Eagles went on offense. Barrera threw the interception. So Canyon came back with an 8-play drive that started at their own 45-yard line with 4:19 left. It was a pitch and catch to number 4. Donovan Craycraft with 4:19 left with a 36-yard touchdown pass from Ford to Craycraft to cut it to 17-14 just before the half with 4:19 left. And then, of course, the Eagles answered right back when we talked about it with the answering right back, a lightning strike real quick. It was a let me go back to this one because I know it was
It was a 70-plus yard. Eagles were
77-yard pass play, 77-yard pass play that got the ball to the 8-yard line, and then Barrera took it the rest of the way. As that one play, it was from the 15, and it was a great play to. It was a one-on-one situation on the outside to Velasquez, and that play was the one that got the Barrera touchdown from 8 yards out with 3:08 left, and that went up 24 to 8.
And
Excuse me.
so what we've seen in the first half is, obviously they came out, meaning Canyon, and I mean, they ripped down the field in 3 plays. Boom, boom, boom. They got a tailback who's a D1 commit to Utah State that Eagle Pass was very worried about. And the quarterback Knox, number 10, very similar skill set to Javi Barrera, kind of lanky and lean, quick, makes good decisions. And he's been very good at pulling the ball out of the tailback's belly and then gutting the Eagles up the middle for 7 to 10 yards a pop when he does it. That said, I'm not surprised at the Eagles' resilience and the ability to get off the field. In fact, on that the last possession of the half for Canyon that ended the half, and Eagle Pass stood up and stopped them on third down. Pushed to fourth down, so they had to kick a field goal, and the field goal, I was going on and on about that right hash mark, and didn't see the other guy made the kick. But that said, the Eagle Pass is in the game in every sense of the word. And I don't sense that they're playing to protect the lead. They're trying to win this game and create some separation. Barrera's having had a pretty good first half, save for one pass that I could see the minute he let it go that he just like damn. And it's just one of those things where a young quarterback not necessarily throwing the ball, but just kind of want to place it somewhere and not putting enough arm in it. And I would say that's probably been the only mistake he made. On the 77-yard
pitch and catch. Pitch and catch.
I mean, what happened there is Canyon's been blitzing this whole first half. They came off the edge. Embry, who was in the game at tailback, comes in. He did a decent job of picking up the blitz. Javi stepped up. It looked like there was a huge opening in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He could have run for 20 yards. But instead, he stepped up, recognized the man coverage on the outside, and then just put it right where only Velasquez could catch it. He caught it in stride, as barely tripped up, and kind of stumbled for about another 15 yards to get it, where then Javi punched it in around left end on the following play. One of the big storylines in this first half too is what we're seeing on the defensive side. And again, not to single out the linebacking crew, but to mention that Manny Fernandez has not been on the field.
Yeah, the senior has not been on the field. So we've been kind of speculating of what happened. Maybe he got hurt, or even before that, because of the fact that he's a big integral part in that Lance Shark defense, because of the fact that he's one of the leading tacklers on the team.
And right now, Paniagua and the ends have made some great plays in containing. Alex Ruiz had a great play on a blitz to sack the quarterback and push them back so that they weren't near getting a first down. But the defense has come up with some timely stops and timely plays. But they really are missing Manny in the middle because they keep getting gashed on that zone isolation when the guard and tackle pull for a Canyon. And they're just trying different permutations of what's going to work. We've seen Luis Flores trotted out there to play in the middle, and Luis is their tailback. And I was commenting to Freddie in the first half that I don't have a memory of Luis taking a snap either in a scrimmage or any other game at the halfback spot. And so something's going on with respect to the depth, right, at the position, and that's why Luis is there. I'm impressed with the adjustment that Eagle Pass made from one series to the next.
Yeah.
Because it looked like they were very confused in that first series, and lo and behold, they came back and they stood up. And I thought that was an incredible play from Jorge Martinez Georgie on the interception. The coverage was great, but the quarterback, again, their quarterback could have run for first down. Mm-hmm. He was drifting off to his left, and Georgie laid off the coverage.
Yeah.
Georgie's got great recovery skill. He laid off the coverage and he baited the quarterback into making the throw, and he made it. And Georgie made a really great play on the ball and intercepted it. So Eagle Pass is taking advantage. You know, the I'm still kind of scratching my head at the fake punt. I mean, what do you think of that play?
Well, again, at the time of when that happened with the fake punt, I mean, it was early on in that I believe it was the second quarter. Or no, excuse me, on that fake punt, it was they had it at their own 32-yard line.
All right, so my very, very good friend Morris Lipson, who's in the box
Next to
to
us.
me, gave me a heads up on the Manny Fernandez situation. He's out this game with an injury.
Okay.
And Alex Perez, the other linebacker who would have been subbing in for him, is out with a linebacker. So our
Two linebackers.
Yeah, so our speculation is correct. You know, the depth
Yeah.
issues caused by injury, which makes this whole thing even more incredible, right? I'm again is you know, I credit the coaches for trying to figure out, you know, the stopgap and try to get themselves through that first half, and they did it with at the lead. And now, you know, the offense is going to have to keep doing what they're doing, which is making plays, and they've shown they're capable of doing that. You know, we'll see how well they can plug Flores in to the rotation and into what they do defensively. It's notable also that number 5, who is and what's his name again? Reagan.
Jackson Reagan.
Jackson Reagan, who's the starting tailback for Canyon,
Yeah.
is out. He left probably the beginning of the second quarter. We haven't seen him back since.
Yeah.
And
But that's one thing that coach wanted also to make sure that he stayed healthy. They wanted to get out of this game healthy because of course their next week they start district with Buda Johnson, and their district is not one of those cupcake districts where you got to steal.
Neither is ours.
Neither is Eagle Pass. But no, what I'm saying is you got to steal. You got to Judson. You got to need Central.
They got to run. They got to run a gauntlet.
Yeah.
We were remarking before the game about this is a really great test for Eagle Pass, and it's become a great test for Canyon. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a team that you want to play to get yourself ready, and we're about to kick this thing off and get the second half
Started.
and so
Don't forget, guys, you're listening to Freddie Rea and Poncho Nevares, but we're also recording the game. So the game will be posted on our YouTube channel that is in entirety right after the game. We, of course, with UIO rules and with the press release that they had early on in the season, both schools need to be in agreement for the streaming.
For the streaming,
yeah, for the streaming. So if one of them is not,
and we're going left to right on your computer screen. The kick to Velasquez,
he calls a fair catch.
which I don't get. That probably wasn't something the Eagle coaching staff would have liked to have seen.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Get it back out. Yeah.
yeah, he gets it at the 25, the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm scratching the kid. Come on, Poncho, be quiet. Anyway, so Eagle Pass gonna take the ball at the 20, and we're gonna see they're coming out
The
in
25.
they're coming out empty set. So they got 5 receivers. They got and we haven't seen Nacho Hernandez a whole bunch in this game, but he's out there now on the near side in the slot.
So we also have Jesus Montano, who is a linebacker, also listed on the thing. We still have Alejandro Cuevas, who's also a linebacker.
So we got these guys in empty set to start, and here we go to kick off this third quarter, and we got 24 minutes of football left for you with Eagle Pass in the lead, 24-17, here in New Braunfels at this pretty little stadium on the side of I-35. Let's go.
Cougar Stadium.
Barrera rolling right.
Rolling
There's a
right.
lot of room. Oh
Yeah,
goodness,
he's
Here goes wide open. Silva
Wide
puts
open
the ball
catch.
outbounds. What a great play.
What a catch there by Silva. He was behind the defender there on a 1st and 10 from the 25, rolls out to the far side and has Jeremiah Silva open at the Cougar 36-yard line.
But what did we talk about in the beginning, partner, that Barrera's running and his ability to look downfield was going to set this up, because what happened is the cornerback froze because he's peering in the backfield, because Barrera had 20 yards to run, but Barrera let loose a very accurate pass on the run, and Silva made the catch. And here we go.
We got Flores with the carry across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
See, at this point, Flores becomes more of a weapon, and what you want on first down is you want plus plays.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, it wasn't a big gain of a play, but it keeps the defense honest.
And it keeps the defense also worrying about whether Barrera's going to pull that ball from Flores' belly on the zone isolation read and take it. And so right now, Eagle Pass coming out in the same formation where they got 3 to the far side, 1 down below. You got Barba over here. They started the game, if you remember, partner, pressing Barba. And Barba
pressing
beat that
Barba.
freeze.
Yeah.
That press. He's a very physical receiver, and he's got a lot of speed.
Three receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side, shotgun formation. Barrera comes to the line to set protection. He's got Flores to his left side, and
There's a blitz on the outside.
there's a blitz. He's checking to that side, drops back, looking, and rolls out right side, looking downfield and to the middle of the field, and had Jeremiah open. He also had a receiver on the far sideline.
I would have liked to have seen Barrera keep that. I thought he had a little more room on the outside, but he did well to get away. But he just couldn't get his feet set to make a good throw, and it was short.
Yeah, so we're in the third quarter from Cougar Stadium as Eagle Pass Eagles leads at 24-17. You got Poncho Nevares and Freddie there with you as that pass was incomplete.
Third down now. So we got 3 receivers down on the near side, which is closest to us. We got 2, so we got an empty set and 3rd and 8. And what Eagle Pass would hope to do here, obviously, is get a first down. But I think if they get close, they probably go for it. Barrera back to pass.
Drops back from his back foot, tipped through, and that was incomplete. He did have now 2 guys coming in. So the defense kind of went into the half and came back out with a plan to put more pressure on Barrera.
Well, and they've done it on the last 2 plays. The blitz is coming right up the middle. They did something a little different in their blitz package on the previous play where they actually dropped back a lineman and blitz the linebacker in that gap. They really don't like to do that, but we just saw it. And the Eagles are going to go for it on 4th down and 8 from the Canyon
34-yard line.
And so they're in 10 personnel with 1 running back. Barrera takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Barrera is sacked. And the blitz got to him. You know, that is a play that's got to be bang bang when the blitz comes like that. You got to get the ball out.
That is the coverage sack for Canyon there.
They did a good job. Obviously, when you blitz 2 like that, you're in man coverage. Barrera's got to get the ball out of his hand when you've got man coverage like that, because your lineman and your max protect cannot hold it.
Yeah. So a turnover on downs. Canyon now has the ball at their own.
That wasn't the way Eagle Pass wanted to start the half.
No.
You know, obviously, receiving the kickoff, you want to get. There's a penalty on Canyon, and so that's actually going to help the Eagles. Where actually the penalty was on Canyon. I think it's a face mask.
Oh, wow.
The Eagles have a first down. I missed that flag, but yeah, it was a personal foul on Canyon, extending the Eagle Pass drive, which is incredible. Eagle Pass has now a first down at the 20.
1st and 10 after the flag.
In plus territory now for Eagle Pass, and they're in a wing pistol formation, and it goes
to Flores. Flores rumbles across the 20 to the 16.
We hadn't seen Eagle Pass in that formation yet.
No, that's the first time that we see him in that pistol wing formation. So with the running back behind him.
You had a wing back. You basically had 2 wing backs. So that's a 30 personnel. You got three tailbacks. When you're in 30, you're more likely to run. And they didn't run to the play side, which was the far side of the field, but it was a very effective play. They got 3 yards on it, and they really haven't had many big runs other than Barrera. But Flores keeping him honest, right? He's a tough runner. Look at him, ping-ponging for another 3 yards.
And again, that's one of the things that when we talked to Coach Olivas, and we did talk to him before the game, and you can catch that interview on our social media. So make sure you guys go like, share, and follow all our social media, TikTok, X. So we have
Jerry Garcia's out of the game right now because his helmet came off. So we're gonna have a second slot left guard. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna bet dollars to donuts are gonna blitz right over that side of it because it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
And you see the linebacker creeping up into the gap. They're gonna test that guard, it makes sense. He's backing out, but I think he's coming.
Yeah.
Look, they're shifting out, he's coming out wide.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. We'll go to the outside, first down to the far sideline. As that's Jeremiah Silva. So not only do people now have to, you got Barba, you got Silva, you got Velasquez. So you got plenty of guys on the receiving corps.
That's what we wanted to see on the previous play is rhythm, right?
Yeah.
You want to see your quarterback come out of rhythm with a blitz. It's a very quick decision that has to happen right away. And we talked about it before, when you're in this plus territory, the field shrinks, the coverage should get tighter. And let's see how Eagle Passes respond. They've scored on every trip they've had inside the 20.
Yeah, so they're on at the 8-yard line. They'll give it to Flores.
That's his best run of the night. There he goes.
He goes all the way down to the 1-yard line, up the middle.
I expect to see Eagle. There you go. Their jumbos are coming in, and so we're going to see what we saw on the first touchdown play is a jumbo wing where they'll basically have 2 tight ends in the wing spot, and they'll run off that play side.
So to the 1-yard line, it's going to be a second and goal to go.
I really love this formation play. I love it.
Yeah, the bunch formation. Now you got
You can do a lot from it. See, they're tight, and they got double wing, and they got Barrera in the pistol. Now it goes to Flores on that play side. They stopped
it to the near side as he tried to bounce it to the near side and got stopped.
It's third down. I mean, it's a
third and goal.
I was afraid he might lose the ball. He's trying to stretch it over. It's third down.
Third and goal from the 1.
What do you like it here? 2 plays to try to score?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what can you do? Can you maximize?
Or do you kick a field goal?
No, I'm going in. I'm going in.
I mean, we're on the road. It's a non-district game. We come here to win, right?
You have to understand.
All right, same formation.
You have to understand with these type of games, you're getting ready for
district.
For district.
There's Flores.
Flores.
He's in.
Second and third effort for Flores. Bangs it in from a yard out.
Go Eagle Pass.
And right back answers 30-17 with 7:06 left. Flores answers the call.
Well, the good thing is we didn't have to answer the question about whether they would have gone for it because, and again, you know, I was ranting and raving. Well, not so much ranting. I was a little upset because we didn't convert.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the penalty. You know, I think that's the 3rd penalty in the game, but it gave Eagle Pass life. And every mistake that Canyon has made, Eagle Pass has turned it into points.
Yeah.
And that's the mark of a good team. You make them pay, especially when you're an underdog on the road. And there comes what arguably could be the most valuable player for Eagle Pass and their place kicker, making their place kick.
Yeah, Ivan Cruz.
And it's 31-17. So Eagle Pass, Canyons kicks field goals, Eagle Pass scores touchdowns, and Eagle Pass is up now 14 points.
Yeah, so
we got 2-touchdown lead here with 7 minutes. And again, the game is going probably as good or better than the Eagle Pass coaching staff could have hoped for. And believe me, I'm sure they're even frustrated because they probably feel like they've left some points on the table. And a couple of these touchdown drives that Canyon has had, they should not have had, but for a few breakdowns. And it's be interesting to see how well the defense works considering these injuries that they have at the linebacking core. And again, I was being critical of the linebacking core, not necessarily individually as players, but we were having some trouble there. But obviously the injuries are affecting how the rotation goes. And so let's see how they step up.
But you have to understand also, Poncho, is you got a crew of linebackers that have been in the program and they know their assignments. You got a senior in Manny Fernandez who, again, he's not only a leader on the field, but off the field, he's a two-sport star. Yeah, he plays baseball and also football. So understanding that fact, and Cruz.
There's that kick again where they try to pin him near the sideline.
At the 20-yard line.
It was a little deeper than they would have liked because it's setting up a return. And, you know.
To the 40, to the 50.
This is why you want to kick it a little shorter.
And it gets it down to, that's Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he's a big kid, and that's what the Eagle Pass did not want. And he returned it all the way back to the Eagle Pass 35.
Yeah, that's Quincy Jones.
We got an injury for Eagle Pass. Down at the 25-yard line, looks like a cramp. Looks like a cramp because a trainer for Canyon is stretching. We can't see the number, but he's stretching out an Eagle Pass player. And Doc runs out there for Eagle Pass to check on his boy.
An 11-play drive that started at their own 25-yard line, 75-yard.
I mean,
drive.
You can't start a half better. I mean, obviously this kick right now is not very good, but let's see how well Eagle Pass. That's the first time that they make that mistake where they kick it too deep.
Yeah.
And look what happens.
Yeah.
And so there was a method to the madness on why they were trying to pin him down at that part of the field, and it was working. And then they got away from it, and this is what happened. But I suspect we're going to see number 34 Jones the rest of the way because I don't see 5 out there.
Yeah, you're not. I don't think we're going to see Jackson out.
And in fact,
He is not out there.
Yeah, you're gonna see Quincy Jones.
You've got a number 18 out there. You got number 10. The quarterback Knox is back out there. Kenny comes out in 20, which is 20 personnel is 2 running backs.
So it's
they got 2 up high.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. We'll give it to number 18.
There's a lot of space for 18 to run.
There is a flag on the play.
That's holding. That's
when the umpire throws it, that's
holding.
normally on the offensive side.
Right there, it's holding. And so the end on that side, which I believe is Lopez, was crashing. You know, he wasn't squeezing his end and holding the contain because he bit for the inside move. But as he tried to make his way out on the contain, he got hooked by that tackle, and the umpire saw it and threw the flag. And so that's going to move these guys back to the Eagle Pass 45. It'll be 1st and 20. And so I'm going to bet they're going to come out and pass on this play because they need to make up some ground. But I'll tell you what, Knox is really, really good on the zone isolation read. They've got a 20 package again.
2 receivers set to the near side, 1 on the far side.
They handed it.
They gave it to number 18.
Man, he's a slippery little guy. Look at that.
He gets it across the 40 to the 36-yard line.
And so, again, the linebackers need to get up a little bit quicker.
That's a senior, Jacob Rodriguez. He's listed as a DB, receiver, and a running back.
I mean, he's a shifty little runner. He's much different than number 5, much different than number 34.
Yeah, so 2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side.
It's 2nd and about 12.
To the 37, 2nd and 11, kind of 12.
They're going to ride this kid. Well, they got him.
They got him there on the outside, number 24, in on the tackle for the Eagles. And that's
Rick Lopez.
Yeah, Ricardo Martinez.
Martinez, I'm sorry.
The defensive end.
I've been Rick Lopez. That's Ricardo Martinez. And I've seen him play in Mexico. We've had the game plan against him, and he's a good player.
Yeah, so that one lost to the 39-yard and a 2-yard loss.
So they're in pistol now. They got number 18 in the back. He shifts, offset, and here we go.
So 3 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. We'll go to number Tristan. What a play there by Tristan Villaseñor, as he had a one-on-one coverage on number 1. That's Isaac Early, the senior. And it looked there like he had a step, but at the last minute, and we talked about in the first half, they were not throwing to Villaseñor's side of the field.
I'm impressed with the makeup speed. I gotta tell my friend, his dad, Art. I gotta tell him. I didn't.
Well, and they had Maria.
We're going on 4th down. We got cover 2 for the Eagles. We're gonna see them drop back. Everyone's dropping back. They're ISO. Going deep.
Ball. That one is got behind the defense and a canyon touchdown.
Who do they have out there?
That Rodrigo Garcia was the safety, but number 22, Wes Finlinson, the defensive back, the junior, got beat deep. And I was trying to see who the receiver was that caught that one. Not sure who it was.
Well, what they did right there is they loaded down on the near side.
Yeah.
They had man on man. The safety, what they basically had cover 2. The safety had over the top help. He didn't get over there in time. And Finlayson stayed down low.
Yeah.
And,
that one goes up and good.
He could not keep up with the receiver.
With 5:20, that one was
That's a lonely feeling for a cornerback. When
a 39-yard pass play from Ford. I don't remember who that was. With 5:20 left.
Number 4.
It was number 4, the receiver?
Number 4.
That's Craycraft. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night.
He did something that a lot of good receivers do, and they speed up when the ball's in the air, and he'd done that.
Yeah.
And we've seen Pepe Hernandez when he was here do that a lot. Sebastian Diaz was another receiver that could speed up. Willie Garza was another guy that does that, and so it's the hallmark and the markings of a good receiver. The drive was going real well. We had a little breakdown there on the defense, but some of the questions that I had were answered in terms of how the linebacking core was going to go. Obviously, Canyons has another look at tailback. 18's a little shifty, but he's not a very big guy, so when they get their hands on him, they're going to get him down. He's just extremely shifty and slippery. So here comes Canyon to kick off to 2 deep Eagles, which is Velasquez and Luis Flores.
Velasquez to the near side, and kicking from left to right on your computer screen.
Or on your phone, whatever it is that you're watching on us, from left to right.
I forgot people watch.
Yeah, on Facebook. And
There goes Velasquez.
Velasquez will get it at the inside their 5-yard line. He has a crease. He gets it out to the 25, and there's a flag on the play.
That might be a face mask, but we'll see. Because
So he brings it out to
I thought they may have grabbed up. Oh no, I think
about
they
the
called it back
29.
on the back on 16. But let's see. I thought I saw a little play up in Velasquez's helmet, but now it's gonna be holding
Should it be a hold?
on Eagle Pass.
So holding. So from the end of the run, they're gonna step it back 10 yards. 5:11 left here in the third quarter. 31-24 is the score here from Cougar Stadium here at New Braunfels Canyon, just off of 35. Freddie, there with you. The Poncho Nevares Williams.
Here we go, second possession of the third quarter. There's 5 minutes, 11 seconds. You've got 3 receivers up high, and you've got Luis Flores in the backfield. We've got 10 personnel and Barba low. We started the game with them playing man coverage on Barba, and they decided that wasn't a very good play because he was getting behind them.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we do here. Let's see how Barrera manages this drive. Here they come, 2 on the other side. The blitz.
Give to Flores. Flores will get across to the 20-yard line. They started their drive at the 19-yard line.
You know you would think, again, timely yards are great yards. We just haven't had a lot of Harris Flores coming off the field. Well, that's not good. Hopefully it's just an equipment issue. And so Embry's coming back in. You know, you would hope to get a little bit more push on that first down. The offensive line hasn't been able to generate as much as we would have liked. They're holding their own somewhat in the pass protection. And what's helping is some of this max protect, because these blitzes coming off the edge have bothered Barrera on a couple of occasions. He's beat him a few times.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera. Has Emery on to his right side.
The corner blitz.
He drops back, quick out to Emery, and in the flat and incomplete.
So I hadn't seen them. That's the right call. Like, you want to get it out to the tailback. You know, he didn't make the play on the ball, but a catch there probably would have generated some very positive yards. They were in 3rd and 8 now. And it wasn't a corner blitz. I'm sorry, it was a safety blitz.
The safety blitz, yeah.
The nickelbacker was coming in on blitz, and the tailbacks going into the spot where it's open. That play should have gone for some yards. Hopefully we can get it complete on the next one. We got twins now.
4:18 left.
Barrera up to the line to call the play now, dropping back into shotgun formation.
2 receivers to the far side, to the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera. They're going from right to
Here
left.
comes the blitz again.
And again, hit in the head.
That's got to be a penalty. That has got to be a penalty. They hit him in the head. They hit him in the head.
As the defensive end came in, trying to swing at Barrera.
He hit him right in the helmet.
Yeah,
Like,
he hit him
do
right.
that. You can't do that. That is a shot to the head. And how the referee right
the white
there
hat,
didn't see
yeah,
that
didn't see the.
is incredible. I mean, it damn near took his head off.
So 4th and
Right.
the ball at the 12-yard line.
I
Yeah,
think
at the
this
12-yard line.
is this the first or second Eagle Pass punt? I think it's the first punt.
This is the first
This
punt.
is the first time Eagle Pass punts in the game.
Yeah.
And so this is going to set Canyon up in some very good field position. The defense is going to have to stand up. You know, it's there's a timeout.
A timeout called by
Eagle Pass.
Eagle Pass with 3:26 left.
I'm really not understanding why that wasn't called. That should have been a call. I see these 3 referees huddling together. I
Yeah.
hope what they're not discussing is why didn't you call that? Should have called.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this.
Injured in an accident? Don't sit this one out. At Chapo Law Group, we step up to the plate for every client. From car crashes to on-the-job injuries, we're ready to sing hard on your behalf. Call Chapo Law Group today. Tough, trusted, experienced. Justice is in your corner. Make the call.
You know, again, this you know, barring a great punt or some other happening, that's going to set Canyon up in some very good field position. So the Eagle Pass defense is going to have to stand up
And here comes the punt. Oh, it's blocked. Oh my goodness.
And the ball's rolling in the end zone.
Can't
And recovered for a touchdown.
Oh Lord.
And that one was number 9 for Canyon, getting that turnover and a touchdown with 3:17 left on a punt, blocked and recovered.
There was a jailbreak, and they all came. I didn't.
Julian Mata, the defensive lineman.
Yeah, I could not. I don't understand what happened with the protection there. Here they come out. They're coming out for a field goal to try to tie this game. Let's tie us up at 31. I'm sorry, an extra point. It'll tie us up at 31. Kicker's back. Here comes the snap. The kick is up, and it's good.
So
we're tied.
We're tied at 31.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, that's always a concern when you're punting and you're backed up, and the protection just was not there to get the punt off. It seemed to me that the punt took a little more time to develop, but not much more. I mean, the protection obviously got a hold. And, you know, we were talking about some of the things that Eagle Pass needs to happen to win the game, and one of them is turning the ball over. Getting the ball turned over. They turned them over twice in the first half. They had one interception that Barrera had, and you obviously don't want to commit mistakes in the kicking game. And one mistake they committed in the kicking game that allowed for the first touchdown of the half was this kick, right? That got them into the Eagle Pass territory, and then obviously not being able to get a first down in this drive. I mean, it cost them. And so I hadn't on this play, I hadn't seen Barrera throw a pass to the running back
On the swing pass,
on
yeah.
the wheel.
Yeah, the
So,
wheel route.
You know, that's something that we may see again. You know, which running back they have to run a wheel route, I don't know, but we'll see. Here's the kick, and it is to Barba, I think.
So Barba has it just at the 6-yard line.
It's Embry, I'm sorry.
Was it Embry? Was it number 30?
Embry, number 21. And so Eagle Pass will have first. The Eagle Pass will have
Actually, no, it was number 31.
31.
Yeah, 31, which is Rodrigo Gonzalez Garcia.
Okay.
He's a sophomore.
All right, well. So Eagle Pass will be at their 15-yard line, and we've got twins. This is a formation that you'll see Eagle Pass. It's probably the one they're more. They do a lot of stuff out of it. They run out of it. They run off tackle. They run up the middle. They'll run motion out of it. And it seems to be the one that offensive coordinator Christian Garcia seems to be very comfortable. And it's not predictable. They do a lot of stuff out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of options that comes out of this formation. As he quick out to the outside, nice play there by the inside receiver, shielding out to the outside, and that's a pass caught.
I think that's a play to get Barrera back into the group.
Into rhythm.
Yes, and it's it's not a.
Was it to Jeremiah Silva? Yeah, it was number Silva.
It's I don't think I've seen Jeremiah catch as many passes as he's caught in this game. That's
yeah.
But anyway,
to the 21-yard line.
It wasn't a big gainer, but it's I believe we needed to get back in rhythm.
A 4-yard pass play, but again, that's the 2nd and 6 now.
And that's really a long handoff in this formation.
Two receivers to the far side, two to the near side. And we'll give to Flores. Flores chugging along, and we'll get it to the 20, about the 24, 25-yard line.
Those blitzes by the linebackers, which seem constant, especially in those gaps, they really bother. They turn into run blitzes, right? They bother the protection scheme. And Eagle Pass has not really solved that issue on the offensive line with respect to the run game itself, which is incredible considering they've scored 31 points. You'd say, well, Poncho, that's crazy. They scored 31 points. But believe me, there's still an issue with that. And as the game goes, we'll see how that goes. We got 3rd and short now. We've got 2 running backs offset. And the handoff goes to Flores, who does not get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on a 3rd and 3, it was a 3rd and 3 from the 24-yard line. Needed to get to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they're gonna have to punt again, and again, these last 2 drives, Eagle Pass has been out of sync some. The defense is gonna have to get them the ball back, right?
Yeah.
And do what they were doing in that first half. I
again, this team has shown a lot of resiliency. The coaches have shown that they're apt to be able to adjust. Let's see how they do that in this half. I mean, in this possession, right? The kick goes off. It's a fairly decent spiral punt. Takes an Eagle Pass bounce. It's fielded by 18, who's got running room.
To the near side. And he's got it to the 50, cutting it back to the 45, 40, and get it down to the 30-yard line.
As a coach, and I've coached some special teams, you want to preach staying in your lane.
Yeah.
We had on the near side, we had several of the Eagle Pass defenders not maintaining the integrity and the leverage of their lane, and the runner was able to get outside and get a good return.
Yeah.
So they're in plus territory again. And so for Canyon, they've played their third quarter almost exclusively on the Eagle Pass side of the football. Here they go again.
Yeah.
And so the challenge for the Eagle Pass defense as this quarter runs down is to limit the damage and maybe turn the ball over here. Let's see what happens.
So they have it at the Eagle Pass
The snap,
29-yard line.
and again the
First and
quarterback
10, Ford.
Knox takes it for he's very, very good at pulling the ball. The linebackers came up and made a great stop there, limiting that run to about a yard. But Knox seems to make the right decisions to pull it. You know, again, it wasn't a bad decision to pull it. The end had crashed, but the linebackers filled, and there was a really good spill from the middle linebacker to get there, and that's what made all the difference.
Ball to the 28, 2nd and 9 for Canyon. Tied at 31. Brings it
There's
Jones.
a hold right there, but they didn't call it. There's a hold on the end.
At the 15, down to the 10-yard line.
The safety Garcia had made his way down there, and they held him on the end. And again, as good as I was praising the linebackers on the last play, there's another example there. As the play moves its way outside, because it was a sweep type of play, the end and the linebackers, they've got to recognize that and play leverage so they can get outside and hold those gaps. And they didn't do that. But I think, again, the line judge right there missed a hold.
Yeah.
And that's what allowed the player to scoop by.
That's the end of the third quarter. We're tied from Cougar Stadium. Freddie Dea, Poncho Nevarez, bringing you live audio from New Braunfels, Texas, as it's tied at 31 apiece. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening and watching South Texas Sports Live.
So
Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Call them up, 830-776-7656. DoorDash and Uber Eats available. Pizza, pasta, wings, sandwiches, and more. That's Chance and Lee's Pizzeria.
I feel it quietly, trying to silence.
Since 2013, our law firm focuses on personal injury cases. No case is too big or too small. Injured in an accident? Call us today at 830-776-7500. We're located at 405 South Monroe Street. That's the law firm of Ernesto Fuentes.
when you're playing a quarterback that's mobile and has a skill set that Knox has, and the ability, we've seen it over and over again tonight, to pull the ball out of the belly of the tailback, you have got to maintain leverage on the outside. And Eagle Pass did not do that on that play. Knox was able to squeeze out to the outside. And again, that's an issue with leverage.
37 to 31.
Your edge players have to hold, and they did not. And we went from a 31-17 early third quarter lead to a 38-31 Canyon advantage. I mean, Canyon has stood up and thrown some haymakers in this third and fourth quarter. It's been, other than that first drive that Eagle Pass had, and frankly, if they hadn't committed that penalty, they would have kept Eagle Pass out of the end zone. But they've been throwing roundhouses and haymakers, and they've connected, and now they've got a 7-point lead. Again, what we've seen from this Eagle Pass team is they're nothing if they're not resilient. So we're about to witness just how resilient they are, right? Now we're getting ready for, and that was the first play of the fourth quarter. It took 6 seconds. So we've got basically 11 minutes, not basically, we have 11 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this last quarter here on a really beautiful night, a little bit of wind.
here in the stadium. It's a very nice stadium. Right outside, there's a Buc-ee's, I think, right down the road, and this is a stadium that you see as you drive down I-35. But it's a beautiful night. Both teams have played well. I mean, this is a great game. You know, however you cut it. And this last quarter, obviously, is going to decide who's going to take this W home. Eagle Pass will be receiving from your left to your right on your computer screen or your phone screen, however you're seeing it. And there goes the kick. The kick is up, and they're calling for a fair catch. And Embry fair catches it at the 6, and Eagle Pass will have it. Their starting field position will be the 25-yard line. And so let's see what Eagle Pass does on this drive. Let's see how well, you know, they've responded to every big play that Canyon has had. You know, they obviously didn't respond to the block punt, but I mean, here's another opportunity to be great, and let's see how Eagle Pass handles that. You know, I talked about how Eagle Pass hadn't really gelled in the running game, and how that was going to look as we came forward.
Yeah.
You know, I think Eagle Pass needs, if they ever needed to run the ball, it's this drive, because they need to keep their defense off the field. They need to keep the ball, and they need to get down there and tie the game. And so let's see how Barrera and the offense manages this possession. Let's see what kind of plays Christian Garcia dials up. They're in 20 personnel, which is 2 running backs. We got 2 receivers to this side and 1 to the far side. And here comes the snap. Barrera quick and out to Jeremiah. And that is, Jeremiah gets loose for about 6 yards. And so, you know, that basically is a long handoff for Eagle Pass, and it's complete. It is actually an 8-yard gain. So Jeremiah got 8 yards on that. And it'll be 2nd and 2, which is where you want to be. You don't want to be behind the chains. That was a very good play to open the drive. It was in rhythm. You know, the receiver drove. They're giving him a lot of space down there. And that play will be there for Eagle Pass as the game goes on. The quarterbacks, or the cornerback, is about 8 yards deep. Preferably should be about 7, but he's at 8. And Barrera back to pass. Going deep. It's a little too deep. And the pass is incomplete. The safety got over there pretty quick. And unfortunately, the pass was deep, because if it had not, the safety would have been able to undercut it. And they were trying to get the ball to number 11 on that side, which I think is Barba. Barba has been able to get behind the coverage. Now it's 3rd and short. But again, they were in a cover 3, and the safety made his way over there. And cover 3 is when you have 3 deep coverage, meaning your cornerbacks and your safety get up top. And Canyon was able to play that well. The protection wasn't bad on the throw. Let's see what Eagle Pass dials up. Javier creeping to the line, calling the play. You got 2 running backs. Max protect. Here comes the blitz. They handed it off to Flores, and Flores does get the first down. They marked him.
Yeah, they marked him forward progress at the 36-yard line.
And so you can expect Canyon to be blitzing every step of the way, especially on downs where they think there's an obvious passing. Eagle Pass has now gone to this max protect where they've got 2 backs in. Now they're going back to their bread and butter formation. We can see a little mesh on top with a little bunch set, and so you can run a lot of different things. Now there's motion. Here comes Barba taking a jet sweep, but he's going to throw it. He throws it short. Oh, no.
Almost intercepted.
It was almost intercepted. That was an ill-advised throw. He probably would have done better running that ball.
Yeah, he had some running room to the near side.
And frankly, if he was going to throw it, he needed to throw it before that. He kind of clutched it and thought about it too much. And so we survived that play. Now let's move on to the next one. Eagle Pass back. You got Medellin down there. You got Jeremiah. You got Barba. And you have Velasquez in the slot. We haven't seen, obviously Velasquez has been involved in 2 great plays. We haven't really seen him in this half. Let's see what they can do to get him loose. They've actually rolled the coverage to his side and are playing what looks like cover 4 here. And they're going to blitz again. And I mean, they do it every this is how you got to beat that blitz. So you got to get it out to your guy. There's Flores ping-pong his way to another first down.
And so short about a yard.
You can see the middle of the field opens up. Barrera made a great play to kind of heave it out there to Flores. And Flores, it is 2nd and... Or no, it'll be 3rd and about 1. You can expect another blitz, run blitz. If I'm Barrera and the Eagle coaching staff, I'm looking to go up top here because these guys are gonna come again. You're gonna be matched up one-on-one on the outside. You got Embry in there, and let's see what they do. Here comes the blitz again. Barrera on the outside keeps it himself.
Takes it to the
room,
outside.
and he picks up about 10 yards for an Eagle first down inside
Canyon territory at the 48. Sorry, guys. We're trying to.
I'm doing a lot of talking, not because Freddie can't do it. We got trying to work some things out. But those of you who know me know that I don't mind doing a lot of things. Anyway, picking up first downs, moving the chains, and keeping the possession going. So again, Eagle pass in their bread and butter twin set, offset left with Embry in the game at tailback. Barrera calling the signals, takes the snap. Back, he's looking to his left side. The ball's in the air. You got one-on-one back there. What a great play by the defensive back to break it up. The coverage was sharp. There wasn't enough separation out there by the Eagle receiver. And that said, I like the fact that they're taking their shots, because what that's going to do is it'll slow up that blitz. It really hasn't slowed it up to this point, but there's going to be some points. I keep looking at the middle of the field, and it's open. And so at some point, that slant that got Barba, that touchdown pass, we're going to see that again, because I think that's a very good play. You got Medellin in the slot. You got Velasquez as the number 3 on this side, and it's an empty set. I'm sorry, no, you got Embry on the back. So we got, there's a blitz again, and the pass goes to Embry for about 6 yards. Barrera beat that blitz. Blitzer was right in his face, and he got the pass to Embry. This time Embry makes the catch, and it'll be 3rd and about 5. And so, so far, Barrera and the Eagle Pass coaching staff are dialing up plays to beat that blitz. We haven't had a game breaker play like we had in the first half, but Eagle Pass keeping possession. It's 3rd and 6. Let's see how we do on this play to get another 4 downs, right? Here we go, Barrera, empty set. Here comes the blitz is coming again. And I mean, they blitzed him all out. Barrera just cannot get away. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And again, the hometown fans are letting them hear it because the pressure was there. The punt team's coming out for Eagle Pass, which I think is good. We're not in 4-down territory yet, but I think what Eagle Pass is going to do defensively is try to pin these guys back and then try to keep this field position, right? And hopefully 3 and out as we go. And so that's what we're doing. Okay, here we go. We got Max. There was 12 men on the field for
Canyon.
For Canyon, and they called a timeout. And so somebody.
Yeah, right next to us.
I could hear the coaches for Canyon who are in the booth next to us yelling that there were 12, and somebody caught it down there. But anyway, Eagle Pass is going to punt from the Canyon 46-yard line. And again, I think this is a good play at this point in the game.
At this juncture of the game.
Yeah, because there's 8 minutes and 3 seconds in the 4th quarter. There's some good things that the offense was doing on this drive. They were able to move the ball out of the shadow of their own goalpost, put some first downs together, but they've got to figure out a way to counter a restless blitz.
Yeah.
I think there's some things that were working, these short passes, but they've got to make Canyon pay.
Yeah, they do, and they have not. They've been able to dial up the blitz at the most opportune time, and the match protect, like you mentioned, they were protecting. But you got 5 guys, you got those extra 2 guys because they're blitzing 2 guys.
Well,
one from one side, one from the
even
other.
when we're running right into the blitz.
Into the blitz, yeah.
And so Barrera's made some plays to the outside. I still think that slant is available at some point. Middle of the field, we got max protect on the punt. Very good punt by the punter. It's an Eagle Pass bounce, and it'll bounce inside the 10-yard line.
Yep.
So
down by number 5.
What Eagle Pass needed to happen on that happened. They pinned him back deep. The defense has an opportunity to hold him here so that Eagle Pass can tilt this field and get another shot, presumably in the last 3 to 4 minutes of this game.
So Canyon will have the ball at their own 7-yard line, 1st and 10 for Ford and company.
Yeah, so again, Knox has, is it Knox Ford? Is that?
Yeah, Knox
Yeah, Ford is, I think he's done a really great job running that ISO. He's made the throws that he's needed to make. He's got his team with a 7-point lead. Let's see what the Eagle Pass defense
So
does.
receivers to the near side.
Kicking over to cover 3 for the Eagles. Here comes the back.
Yeah, number 34. Is it number 34?
Yeah, Rodrigo Garcia on the tackle, but not after he gained about 13 or 14 yards. Now that back has got a little injury.
Yeah, so
Jones.
Jones.
So number 18 comes back, which is Rodriguez, right?
No, number 18 for them is Jacob Rodriguez. Yes, it's Jacob Rodriguez.
A shifty little guy, man.
Yeah. So 38-31, 7:31 left here in the fourth quarter.
You got Anthony Chacon's back in the game at linebacker on the edge, and you've got Alex Mayen, and you got Alex Ruiz in the middle. And again, because of injuries, the Eagle Pass coaching staff and the defense and these permutations of linebacking. Let's see how it goes on this drive, right?
And
there goes
Ford. Ford. Actually, again, you've been praising him for what he's done with the ball as far as.
He should have let that one go.
Of course, the shifty back to the outside. He had some running room to the outside, but Ford gets tackled there.
And frankly, what you want to see right there is your specialist in this point at this juncture, meaning Chacon on the outside, holding the contain. Which you could see he followed 18 out, and then making your cornerback and your safety deep play leverage on that side because he's got the alley coverage, right? And Rodrigo's one of the, he's one of the greatest tacklers in the state of Texas, in my opinion.
Quick to the near side, the slot receiver number 4 catches that one. That's Craycraft, who has 2 touchdowns there.
I really thought they were going to go up top to number 13. But he looked like he was going to break past the cornerback. But by then, Ford had gotten the ball out of his hands.
Yeah.
And so it's
1st and 10. The ball at the 33. He got 10 yards on that pitch and catch for Canyon. As Canyon leads it by 7. Here was just 6 minutes to play here.
You know, at some point, time is going to become an issue. It's not yet. But now's the time for Eagle defense to stand up and make a stop.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Will give it to number 34, Jones, and gets bottled up in the backfield. Nice play there by both number 2, Reese, and 24.
I suspect we're going to see some variation of an RPO where the pass will be the first thing because Eagle Pass at some point has to sell out on the run, and they're doing it, right? The linebackers are doing it, but that's going to create a little soft spot behind the linebackers. And let's see if the Canyon coaches dial something up for that, and if Eagles can see it as well.
Will give puts it on in his arms, and he will take it down to just inside the 37-yard line. Sorry, he basically on the RPO. You called it the RPO.
Yeah, so that we're in 3rd down and 6. You know, obviously they want the clock to move. So, throwing the ball here, if it's not completed, it stops the clock. And so I suspect that he's probably got run as the first option before he throws it. But you can see Ryan Reyes deeper than he should be.
Yeah, he's the lone defensive back in the middle of the field.
You got Georgie backing out here.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Shotgun formation.
No, he didn't pull it. He gave it to him.
He gave it to him.
They
Jones will get it across the.
He got a first down.
To about the 45-yard line.
They had him stop 5 yards, and he was able to push that pile for a first down.
So 2 timeouts for each team. Still here with 4:17 and going.
Obviously the Canyon strategy is to run this thing down. They're at the 45, but they've been very consistent and efficient in moving the ball here and running clock. At some point, Eagle Pass has to start thinking about calling some timeouts. They're going to get 1 at the 2-minute break.
Yeah.
But it's and I said it the last first down, but this is it. Like, we got to make this stop right here. So it's first down, and again, he didn't
Well,
pull it.
keep
or he
it
didn't
himself.
pull it.
Yeah, he did. No, he did pull it and took it himself. The fumble.
Eagle pass recovers.
Eagle pass
pass. He put it on the
recovers the
ground.
ball. Number 13.
Tristan Diaz
there.
Good Lord.
For the, they're gonna say that was he down?
No.
Was he down? They're converting
No,
the line judge, the umpire, the referee.
they're giving it to Eagle pass. Eagle pass ball.
No, it's not.
Oh,
they
good
called it.
Lord.
They called it Canyon. He
Oh,
was down by contact there.
Let's see. It's on the big screen here. I can't. It's too small. I can't see.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Anyway, again, they're having a tough time stopping this kid. He makes very good decisions on that zone ISO. The trapping motion from the guard and tackle really opens up that hole.
To the Eagle pass 45-yard line.
And frankly, the tackling wasn't very good on that play.
Yeah.
So let's see. Where it's 3 minutes, 10 seconds, and counting. And
We're in the fourth quarter here
First down.
from Cougar Stadium. As
I think if Eagle Pass makes a stop on this one, they got to call a timeout.
two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. We'll give it to Jones. Jones
Timeout. Eagle Pass.
gets gets tackled and brought down
No timeout.
by Nyawa, and it's
There's no
2:46.
timeout. So I think they're going to bank on using the 2-minute warning as one of their timeouts.
One of their 3 timeouts to
Yeah.
the 42-yard line of Eagle Pass. It's going to bring a second down and 7 for the Cougars of Canyon. With 2:30 left here in the fourth quarter, you're listening to Freddie Rea and Poncho Nevares.
This is it. I mean, this right here. These play this little series right here. And so he
And
pulls it. He
Ford takes it. He's at the 30. He's at the 25. He's at the 20 and goes out of
He
bounds.
ran out of bounds, which I don't understand, but he did it.
Just under the 2-minute warning, just before the 2-minute warning, 2:09, he stops the clock.
He stopped the clock, but he did run for 20 plus yards, and now it's at the Eagle Pass 18-yard line, which is not good.
So it's been the Jones and Ford show here in this drive, and this is the Hyundai of Del Rio Hyundai drive of the night. As they're up by 7 points.
You know that you can. Yeah, I mean, they needed to put together a long drive. Eagle Pass needed to stop it, and they have not been able to do it. It's
First and 10 for the Cougars. They give it to Jones. Jones up the middle and gets it across the 10 to just inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Again, is this the masterful way that the Canyon quarterback plays the zone read really is taking its toll on the Eagle defense.
Yeah.
And this is a very good team. This is 2 very good teams that we're watching, right? It's a very, very entertaining game, very competitive.
This is the 11th play of the drive, and they've mixed in just one pass on this drive, and it was a 10-yard pass play.
I would doubt that you'd see him throw the ball again unless you got first and goal. There really wouldn't be any reason for them to pass it.
No, they wouldn't, because you got first and goal inside the 8-yard line. You're up by 7.
You got a field goal kicker that can make it from there. Any type of score here is a deal breaker for Eagle Pass, a done deal.
Yeah.
So I would be shocked. But I mean, hell, you could throw a pass and score a touchdown because they're going to be coming in and sending out on the run. But I would be shocked if they did it.
So we got some big games tomorrow, or Saturday night game of the week for volleyball tomorrow. We got some District 36A action. We got
Now, Freddie, I got this going on.
Yeah, we got our Friday night. We got our Friday night football. But we got to tell our viewers and our fans that we're going to be live from Laredo. I'm still debating whether we go to Alexander Eagle Pass, whether we go to United.
Why wouldn't you go to Alexander Eagle Pass?
I mean, we will, but I mean, we got other games in the district.
Look, there's number 5. You see him on the crutches?
Yeah,
That's him.
Yeah,
That's their all-district D1 commit. I feel for the kid because you don't want to see great players like that out of the game.
2 minutes
Anyway, here
to
we
play.
go.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. Shotgun formation for Ford, and we'll give it to Jones, and Jones slips and loses the yard on a 2nd and goal.
Eagle Pass called a timeout. And so
to the 9.
That's their first time.
Yeah, timeout called. They only have 1 left with 1:53 left here in this ball game. Down by 7. Coach Olivas calls timeout.
So the coaching staff coming on the field, including the coordinator, and I can see offensive line coach and
and of course, head coach Olivas, and the boys getting their instructions. And I can imagine right now in this huddle that what they're telling them is, watch that ball coming out of the belly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Key on the quarterback because he's driving it.
Yeah.
And watch the edge because on the touchdown that Ford scored around the other end is the leverage wasn't there on the outside, and that's why they scored. And obviously, let's try to get the ball.
Yeah. Try and strip it. Try and create a turnover.
That's probably what started the huddle and what broke it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta get the ball back. We gotta get the ball back because merely stopping them isn't enough. We need a turnover, right?
Yeah.
You got to get the ball back in Barrera's chance and an opportunity for that quick strike Eagle offense to do something. Here we go. Interesting formation here. Under center. Oh, no, it was a Wildcat.
It was a Wildcat to number 34, and he is brought down on the far sideline.
There's a loss of about 8 yards. I mean, really, that's not that important to Canyon right now. What's important is possession and running the clock down. Eagle Pass just called their last timeout.
Well, it's gonna be 3rd and goal.
So this is basically the play of the game until the next play of the game. But this is a play of the game because Eagle Pass must stop them on 3rd down. No more timeouts. They'll be able to run this thing down to about a minute before they got to call a timeout. Run their field goal unit on.
Yeah.
And if they make the field goal, the game's virtually
pretty much over. Yeah.
And so it is. One is you got to get them stopped.
Yeah.
First down and the game's over. But there'll be an attempt at a field goal with about a minute left should Eagle Pass stop them on this play.
Yeah. Poncho Nevada's Freddie there with you live from Cougar Stadium here in New Braunfels Canyon as the Eagle Pass Eagles down by 7
So
with
they've come out in
46.
They've come out in an interesting formation here. They got trips.
To the near side.
Yeah, trips to the near side. And they've taken.
So Ford will take it forward across the 15
I think that was
inside.
Rodriguez.
Was it Rodriguez?
I think, hold on. Let's see. It's number. Who was it? I don't know. I don't know who that is. That's not. No, that's number 10. That was number 10.
Number 10.
He just looked a little odd. So, see, they're going to run this thing down to what they're going to run it down to. They're going to kick this field goal.
So just they're going to get it to about the on a 4th and go now.
There's their long snapper, their holder, and their kicker at the 20-yard line, waiting to go into the game.
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, notwithstanding how this thing may end, obviously the game has not ended. We saw a lot of good things tonight from Eagle Pass.
Just under a minute to play.
And the beautiful thing about a game like this is there's a lot of things that you can build on and coach, right? Because there's things that Eagle Pass needs to do better if they want to win district.
Yeah.
And they can do better.
Yeah. So the ball to the 12-yard line. So again, it's been one of those games where it's a seesaw battle. A team you answered the call, you answered the bell back.
It seemed like every time Canyon would do something, Eagle Pass was right back, answering, and then pulling ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked really, really good to the start of the second half when Eagle Pass was able to take the opening kickoff, drive it down the field and score, and now lead by 14 points.
Exactly.
And so it just.
But then the defense and the Canyon defense came back and did a number, was able to get to Barrera.
They took instead of stepping back on the blitz, they stepped up on the blitz.
Yeah.
And they were able to make Barrera uncomfortable. Eagle Pass had some trouble protecting on those two drives in particular, and obviously the block punt did not help at all.
So the ball's placed at the 19, so it's going to be a 29-yard field goal try.
This is it. If he makes it, it's going to be very, very difficult for Eagle Pass to mount a comeback on this. But let's watch. Eagle Pass coming after.
The ball is snapped, and the ball is up, and it is good from the place kicker. Number 14.
Eagle Pass will take the kick.
Carlos Enriquez.
With about 55 minutes to go, what they're going to need to do is get it in the end zone quick and then onside kick it.
Yeah, with 55 seconds left, they go up 41-31.
I expect to see Canyon in some, cover 4.
Some prevent, basically.
I don't know. They're going to blitz. And so there may be some man out there. There may be some opportunities. I
I mean, hell, the blitzing has gotten you this far.
Yeah.
Does Barrera and offensive coordinator Christian Garcia have a play dialed up that can beat the blitz and or the man coverage that we may see on this drive? We'll see, right? Obviously, the new Broncos fans are starting to stream out. They believe they have this one in the bag. I don't believe that yet.
So what time is kickoff tomorrow for Texas and Sam Houston?
They're kicking off at 7, which is...
Oh, it's a night game.
Yes.
So it's a night game.
I get to hang out all day and just chill.
I maybe make the drive back to Austin.
But you're going to Laredo?
Yeah, I'm going to Laredo.
What time is the volleyball?
12:30.
Oh, yeah, you might be able to make it. Here comes the kick. Obviously, Eagle Pass needs a good return.
55 seconds left.
Here goes.
And the ball is kicked off and will be...
Ryan Rea picked it up, and he made a big mistake there.
So he called a fair catch.
But he dropped it, and then he picked it up and ran again.
And the ball...
I'll take yours.
Thanks. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
So
host the...
that's not something that Eagle Pass wanted to have happen on that. They wanted a clean field of the kickoff to at least get it to the 25, but now they're operating from their 11-yard line. It's going to make it that much more difficult. They got
first and 10, 53 seconds.
So the Canyon coach is obviously expecting, I expect them to blitz. I just don't see. They're in a regular coverage. They're probably thinking the Eagle Pass is going to try to run.
Empty backfield.
They got empty, so that's not going to happen.
5 receivers, 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera.
Here comes the blitz.
Yeah, they're coming on the outside, quick to the outside to Barba to the outside. Actually, no, it's number 31 out to the outside. That wasn't number 11. That was 31.
31. So that's a good catch and carry. 42 seconds to go. Eagle Pass has got it to the
Rodrigo
30.
Gonzalez.
That was good. That's about as good a first play from the shadow of your goalpost as you can get.
Yeah.
42 seconds to go. Eagle Pass still in this thing. Right?
Barrera
stepping up into the blitz, running.
He's at the 40.
Trying to get outside, doesn't get near the first down marker. It's about 6-yard gain.
So 32 seconds.
Very quickly.
With no timeouts left.
They got to get something a lot deeper to give them a chance. Eagle Pass set. Barrera to the outside. Silva gets outside. It's a first down. But now there's only 19 seconds. I think the middle of the field right now, again, something to break that coverage. These guys, I got to give Canyon credit. They got a lot of cojones.
Yeah.
Because they're blitzing.
They're still blitzing. Three receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Shotgun formation for Barrera. 19 seconds left. First and 10 from their own 44-yard line.
Now they're
Rolls out, looking downfield, and that was
not caught.
Or no, that was out of bounds by Velasquez. Sebastian Velasquez had that ball in hand, but out of bounds with 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And a 2nd and 10. Now, he has the arm strength to throw the ball.
Well, I think at this point, yes, but the issue we have obviously is time.
Yeah.
We would have needed to get a better play or a better
they're trying the boundaries.
I say better play, a better outcome to the play.
So they're protecting Barrera in the backfield. So now you have 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Back to pass.
There's a hole there by one of the Eagles. They didn't call it. He grabbed him.
Yeah. 5 seconds left.
Yeah. Do you want to know how to stop the blitz? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the final ball game.
That's the final play of the game. 41-31 is the score.
I tell you what, Canyon knows they were in a fight.
Yeah, they were. And Coach McDuffie did say before the game that this is the reason why they play Eagle Pass, because they know that they're greedy, that they're going to give them 4 quarters of maximum effort, and again they did that. Coach Olivas and the staff can't be down on what they scored 31 points. They've scored 47 points in the first game. They scored 29 in the second game, now 31. So they're averaging over 30 points a game.
No, I mean it's there's a lot of good things, and I spoke to Coach Leos about this last game. Had they lost the Taft game, I would have said, look, there's a lot of good things you can take.
there's a lot of good things you can take from this, and you know, I saw yesterday in the freshman JV game. This is a program that likes to blitz.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the recurring theme. It seemed Eagle Pass had a little different reaction to it in the first half. These guys came out. I think one of the things they were doing in their blitz package in the second half is they were now coming from the outside.
Instead of the inside.
They were dropping guys too, and so you know, there's opportunities. And I will tell you again is I think Barrera took another step today, and one of them is recognizing those things. He made those adjustments in the first half. He made them on some of these throws, but just those two drives where they just kind of stalled. I mean,
well, the thing of it is we've seen some games already. As I covered United South, I've covered Alexander, I've covered LBJ. LBJ is 3-0 right now in non-district play. I haven't seen United. But again, it's one of those things. I haven't seen Medina Valley, but LBJ is playing well. Alexander,
there's a little mouthing, toothing going off on the field, and so coaches are stepping between the players, and now the Eagle Pass. And I heard some comments yesterday from some of our, and this is somewhat unfortunate. I think it bears repeating, but yesterday from some of our freshman players, some of the comments that were being made by the JV players directed to some of the freshman players.
Yeah.
And it seemed a little not sportsmanlike and out of touch. But I don't know what was said in there. There's a little chippy going on.
Oh yeah. So the final from Canyon High School and the Kruger Stadium. Your Eagle Pass Eagles 31.
Not everybody.
And man, it was a fun broadcast. We are thankful for Poncho for coming out and joining us on another edition of South Texas Sports Live. Everybody was on
Live Facebook Live.
Yeah, they were on Facebook Live. We're on Facebook Live. Make sure you guys, we're gonna rebroadcast this game as soon as we get to the apartment here in New Braunfels. We'll post it up on our YouTube channel so you guys can watch the actual game.
You watch.
We're sorry, but again, because of UAL rules, we gotta follow what needs to be done. But yet, we give you the audio broadcast, and what a game! It was a game that, again, did not disappoint Eagle fans. As we roll to next week, we start District 36A. Thank you once again.
It's going to be a great season for Eagle Pass. I think everything that we've seen bodes very well for what we're going to be seeing in district play. You know, staff, they're going to be disappointed because this is a game that they should have won. And so there ain't no moral victories in this thing. We got to win these games.